larger, like a whole monastery. I kind of just learned from somebody in my backstory. Someone taught
Who?
me. Um, who knows? Ooh, mysteries. Oh, it was just a guy. It was a guy passing through
It was a magic
uh
code.
town. And I begged him or asked him a lot to teach me how to fight because I was a rambunctious kid, so I really like to fight. So I just saw an opportunity to get better, hit harder, and I took it. So I wasn't part of anything bigger or like more holistic. I kind of just you know learned from one specific person, and we went our separate ways eventually through a matter of circumstances because then I would be traveling with him instead of traveling by myself. So now, yeah, I'm kind of just looking around.
I
So no
gotcha.
big monastery, basically. More like more like like you said, Bruce Lee. So like
Yeah, because
not
I
part of
mean,
any.
with you not being part of anything, that means you're gonna like when you start getting leveled up and stuff. You literally are just either gonna have to be trained by other individuals, or you're gonna have to
Yeah,
just spend the time to
do a
learn
lot
that
of
stuff
do a lot of
yourself.
push-ups. Yeah,
Yeah,
Or maybe
which
the
that's what
means
I
master.
you
figured.
for a while there you're probably not gonna have like any one particular style, but by the end of it, who knows? Maybe you'll invent your own, and then I don't know, retire and start teaching a bunch of dumbasses kung fu
This
Or maybe
for
it's
whole group is
20
a
gold a
band
day.
of fucking
It's
misfits.
me.
Yeah,
or
I
maybe they get
mean,
or
mainly
maybe
I was thinking like, yeah, you go ahead.
Hmm. No, go ahead,
All
man.
right, I'll go. Yeah, so yeah, I was thinking like the fighting styles probably just like more
Punch.
probably like MMA or something that uses like every part of your body, like headbutts are included, knees, everything. Like more like
Yeah.
what's like animalistic, so like less like focus trained.
Yeah,
So just a
right now
mix of
you
a
would
lot.
be
Yeah.
whatever that guy taught you. So it'd be
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah. I
whatever he
figured.
taught
I
you.
figured.
And then like, yeah, like it's like level 2 you learn some new moves, and then like yeah, slowly it would just be cuz like that's the thing is that you could see something that other people are doing and
Yeah,
get influenced and stuff, or just start making your own shit up.
I understand.
And then
Level
see
two,
what
I get a
what
good
gets
balance.
your ass kicked or not. I guess
Yeah.
it's like, oh, got it. I shouldn't lead with my testicles. That's
Oh yes.
not a
Oh
good
yes.
style.
Leg kicks
Damn,
hurts
that's
to
how I
see.
play Warlock.
Nice.
Balls
no,
first.
no,
So
no, no, no,
Very
no.
wise of you.
That's how you're supposed to do. You're supposed to play bard that way.
That's why my subclass is Bard.
the next
Oh,
person we
multi
have
means.
is Dorian Sesh. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Well, so I'm born and raised in as a little town in close to the warm coast called Ndola. Um, mainly by my mother, and later on I knew my father like in my early teens because he was part of the infantry of the Basha Kingdom who is currently fighting against the Princeborough. He got wounded and sent home. No? And since he arrived, he was like a very strict father, and he started teaching me how to shoot a gun. No? And he got like really excited with it, and he kept training me like first with targets, then hunting like that, because he wanted also that I join the current fight. We at some moment I did, um, but later on I started thinking that it was not something that it was not a fight that I believed in, and I was just like fulfilling my father's dream more than another thing. So when I saw the chance, I deserted the army or the militia, and then went to home. My father got like stupid angry with me and cast me out from home. And well, after that, I like started taking little contracts in killing bees, something like that. But also, I have like this goal to have like a big trophy collection to show my father. So maybe someday he will have me back in home because that's like a trauma for me.
I gotcha.
And
You're setting out in the world trying to hunt big game, hoping it impresses your father enough so that he'll welcome you back.
yeah,
Daddy issues are always a good fallback for backstory.
yeah, a little.
So next we have Andreas Naticos. Is that right?
Nauticus. It's
Naticus.
Greek. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Andreas is from the from the northern Paston Empire. More specifically, he was born in the town of Ravenbark. He comes from a long line not of all the way back to his like great grandfathers. They're always been involved in anything that involves ships, whether they be sailors, shipbuilders, merchants of coastal towns, so even Marines in the Navy. In the Navy, they're always involved one way or another. And he decided he was going to strike it by working on a merchant ship. At when he was 16, he started going on a ship. He he was basically the grunt, doing all the stuff. Then some after a while, he was able to move up to being the ship surgeon's assistant. One day, a storm was so heavy it was at risk of capsizing the ship. So he was so scared out of his mind, he decided to pray to a god that his family's prayed to a lot, Valkur, the god of the sea, one of the gods of the seas. He figured if you ever believe my family to be devout, then prove if you want to. He basically asks, please don't capsize us and save us from the storm. Well, all of a sudden, the storm lightened. He decided he was going to. And that's why he's a cleric,
Okay.
because this god saved him from drowning, or at least saved his crew from drowning, in a sense. So he decided then to double down on gaining this god's favor, and and all of a sudden he just rose to. Now he's in his 30s, and he's now a ship's surgeon on a merchant ship, which is now and he's adventuring now. And at the start of his adventure, his ship is on an expedition. You, as the DM, you can then jerry rig that as however you feel like it.
All right, I got you. So with that, yeah, we've got Blade. So Blade, the tiefling boy.
The tiefling boy. Yeah, so this is Blade. He grew up in a lot of poor towns or poor areas. No towns have been specified so far because he keeps moving. As soon as he was old enough, he snuck his way into bars and gambling halls, and he developed a taste for the drink, and he developed a taste for cards, and he got quite good at both. So, but what came with the cards and gambling came greed. And eventually he made a deal with somebody that turned out not to be a nice person and gave him some powers, which makes him a warlock. So now he's got a demon sugar daddy that gives him his powers.
Nice.
But since he was not the greatest person, he used to like to pickpocket a lot, which got him in trouble, which caused him to move town to town. And it's pretty hard to hide when you're a red tiefling in a human orc world. So But he picked up a lot of his warlock skills, his expanded spells, from people who couldn't pay their debts. And so they would teach him stuff. So most of his stuff is not violent, it's more everyday stuff. Like he can have a hand that moves everywhere. So yeah, pickpocketing definitely got him in trouble. But since he pickpocket, he had criminal contact in almost every town he could go to offload his stuff because there was always somebody willing to buy it. And sometimes he would pickpocket when he was drunk. So he had to run out a lot of places drunk. So yeah,
All right, I got
he
you.
likes to run.
He likes to run around.
He likes to run when shit gets the fan.
He's no Usain Bolt, but he'll dip.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Wait till I gain invisibility.
well, that's not running. That is hiding, as the kids call it.
Well,
Uh,
technically, you'll hear the footsteps of him running invisibly.
all right. So next we have Azabar Bell.
Okay, so um, basically, starting off, Asbar's parents are dead. In its he lived in a town as a sporting wrestler slash fighter for his career. Doing that, he made a lot of strong wrestling fighter orc buddies. He sometimes dabbled in sparring with like poles with weighted stuff, leading to proficiency with a glaive that I'll have. Azabar's lover was killed by Azabar when Gordo gave me a name, Marlock, but it could be any wizard. Manipulated him and tricked him into killing her in rage. Following her death, he woke up surrounded by her body parts, and as he remembered what he did, he ran into the woods and began living off his surroundings until he came to a point of peace. He's on the precipice of good and bad. He's a bit chaotic, and the lines are blurred for him, and he could tip in one way or the other. He and Dr. Taco became friends. He'll tell his backstory, but they had many similarities in how they felt having no family or anything, and they wandered around for a while, ending up at the lake that I showed.
All right. Then I have Dr. Professor Takao.
That actually sounds better.
Oh, you're gonna like this then. All right, this is a bit of a bigger one, but not too big. Don't worry,
It's only a
I'll be
gnome.
gentle. It's a gnome, but still, the lore behind this guy. Okay. Dr. Taco, once named Dr. Takalin Hinkle Tinker,
Oh,
renamed by his mentor in the workshop that he once helped run in town. They played around and researched with quite a few chemical mixtures and powders, though they mainly specialized in experimenting with chemical fuels that would burn, usually in a lamp, and they would burn a whole lot longer, a whole lot brighter, and a whole lot better than regular candles would. Uh, and the experiment of, without the expense of high-level magic for ever-burning fire, they set out to create something great. Though burning the midnight oil one night, they'd struck gold in their mixtures and their quest for the alchemy stone, or so they called it. So they desperately sought after this and eventually gained it, though the discovery was short-lived, as the first sample was in the distilling process and exploded in his mentor's face. Uh, as this was happening, he saw his mentor glued to the jar, waiting for the first sample of their new discovery to fall into the collection pot. The fire blew up in a mess of glass, fuel, and fire. They'd planned for this, and once the fire was put out with water and the mentor was bandaged up, the moment things dried up, the fire caught again once more, cooking in the bandages and finishing his mentor off. He blamed himself for not doing extensive research on its properties, though the people told him otherwise, how you couldn't research something you couldn't have. Since that day, he sold his workshop in order to buy a house in the woods and exiled himself from the world. He paid for a pile of scrap every month just to keep himself busy, though one day when he was out on his porch tinkering, a half-orc came by. He called himself Azabar, and the two of them chatted for a bit, became decently good friends, and his encampment was nearby. One day they were talking amongst themselves on what was next in life. After a bit more of talking and arguing with one another, they decided that it was probably best to return back to the world, accept their past, and continue on with life. It was a lesson, not a life sentence. He hopes to one day unite the lands and the people, go back to the good old days, one way or another.
What he said.
All right.
Nice.
Intriguing.
So, yeah. So with everything going on currently, so Dorian, you would have been wandering and would have found yourself in the past in Empire because during your desertment and running from the military, uh, there wasn't a war going on in Paston at the time, and Paston was never good allies with the Bashaw Kingdom, so that's a pretty decent place to hide. So
Okay.
once the Civil War broke out, and over the years, the northern part started to have all these Boshan troops come in, you started finding yourself more and more east, trying to find any kind of ride you can get, either to, Detrosis or somewhere north, or even somewhere just far east or west. So you found yourself um, in the poorer of the three eastern Paston wharf towns called Oistark. So yeah, you've kind of been forced out there. There's a lot of Paston soldiers that seem to be getting ready for some kind of uh like beach landing. They said they're gonna do the final attack that'll win the Civil War that's been going on for the last years. And you're kind of just trying to keep your head low and keep down. You've been seeing Boshan troops come in by the droves lately from the west. Um, Andreas, you are as well. Your family's boats, however many that they had at their disposal, whether they had a merchant company or if it was just you and your family in one ship, whatever they had at their disposal was conscripted by the Pastons and the Bashaw to go to Oistark and begin preparations to carry troops for this landing. Um, you were given a small tithe that your father took, because if he refused, they would have just jailed him and took the boats anyways, so might as well crew them and try to see if they can come back in one piece.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, martial law, as always.
Yeah, so
To be more specific, his family is most of them are half of them are building ships. The other half were either sailors or those who were too old to sail now run mercantile shops that that, that work with other trading companies.
gotcha. Yeah, so any ships they would have available and any sailors you would have had would have been basically
If any,
conscripted.
yeah, I'll make it easier for you.
Mhm.
Andreas's uncle, his father's brother, is the one who runs the shipbuilding in the town.
Gotcha. Yeah, so they would still be building ships. They just would
Yeah.
be building
Okay.
them for the military. So that's why you're there in Oistark. Your father sent you to be in charge of one particular vessel, and
Yeah.
you might have had some protest or not or some whatnot, but your father made it clear. It's like it's
Yeah, I gotta do this, or
yeah.
else bad things will happen to the family. So
Um,
I'll be manning one of the ships, yes, or at
yes.
least acting as an advisor. I'm not a captain of sorts, so I'll be administrating.
Yeah. You're well, yeah, you it would have a captain, whoever your father had hired beforehand. You're just there
Yeah.
because they have to have a family member present.
Yeah, present. Yeah, to oversee the ships of our business. Yeah,
Yep.
got it.
So, with that, Val, you just were kind of just wandering from Destrosis and,
Yeah, I
kind of
assumed Vo was just
flowing.
walking around.
Literally, you just kind of wandered into like caravans, and there were just a bunch of caravans heading towards Orstark, and you're just like, I guess I'll wander this way and see what's going down. And then, once you got there, pretty much the troops and everything that were there, you found yourself pretty much conscripted in like probably 5 minutes. Like somebody literally was just like, "Do you know how to fight?" And obviously, you would have been like,
Yeah,
"Yes."
like Vo was like, "Yeah, let's go."
They're gonna be like, "Well, you're gonna need to get aboard these ships. We'll pay you for your time if you survive the landing, and we can provide you with a weapon. You need a weapon, boy?"
Nah, I got it.
Fine, so be it. Put them with the melee bunch, and then they literally would just shove you off somewhere to basically get ready for this.
Cool.
Blade, you would have definitely have found yourself over there because the second you heard about a massing of troops, you would have foamed at the mouth thinking about how much loose coin would have been around.
Yeah.
So you're definitely like floating around in the background trying to see what you can glean off of people or take when they're not aware of it. As for Azabar and Dr. Taco, you guys had a complicated issue happen. So, unbeknownst to you, Mr. Taco, or Dr. Taco, you had a colleague who may not have been like probably the equivalence of like an intern or someone who just basically helped with like cleanup and stuff at your mentor's lab, who witnessed some of what happened, but not all of it. But when the occurrence did happen and it was reported as an accident, but he does have information and notes taken that he stole from like your personal stuff that could point the direction in that you could have murdered your mentors who keep certain things. So he's kind of holding that over your head, saying like, I have proof and I can go to the Bashaw Kingdom and I can get it known that you killed the mentor to keep these chemical like alchemy uh in not ingredients, recipes secret. So that's pretty life-changing stuff, because your mentor was a very important person in the Bashaw Kingdom. Like he's an individual who helped with making not only medical supplies that changed the world, but like even weapons. So when he died, that was a very harsh hit for the Bashaw Kingdom. So if it came out that you murdered him, there probably wouldn't be a rock that you could go under a hole that would be deep enough or a place far enough that wouldn't be in danger. Uh, when he found out about your half orc friend, he tried to dig into his past as well. And Azabar, you began to fear the worst. Obviously, there's definitely dirt out there. Whether or not he can find it, you're not sure.
Well, I did chop up my wife practically, so.
Yeah, so
Nothing. Everybody was doing that.
whether or not he could find it and put it to you and stuff, like you still worry about it. There may have been a time where you had a little bit of uh resentment towards Dr. Taco for a time for almost involving you in that, but you would understand, like, hearing his side and what had happened and stuff, you would you wouldn't hold it against him for long, because it's like, yeah, you're kind of a dick for getting me in this situation, but I can, I can tell that it really wasn't your fault. So with that, you're basically under this guy's thumb. So until Dr. Taco, you can basically get those letters and notes and stuff that he took, or you could kill him or something, however you want to fix it. Until you're able to, you basically are at this dude's beck and call. And one of the first things he told you to do is that he's like, I have major investments in this sea landing. I've posted up some of the money for these ships and soldiers and such, and it needs to succeed. So he says, I want you to go to Oystark. I want you to board a ship, and I want you to make sure that you capture the city of Pathea. And so the city of Pathea is a city on the southern Passan Empire, which is a little bit south of. Actually, I can just fucking mark it. I don't know why I'm talking and trying to give like fucking specific area details. There you go. Pathea is that one right there on the peninsula.
I got a quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
Is there any way to fix the when you're trying to use your right mouse button to move the map up and down and stuff, it doesn't skip and basically just lose where you are? You know what I'm talking about?
Like when you're
Yeah.
holding right click and just looking around, or what are you talking about?
Yeah, sometimes I'll be trying to just move the map somewhere, and it just keeps skipping, and I'll just completely lose where I am.
So you can just, if you click on the arrow, there's a select/move, or you can click pan view, and then if you just left click, you can just move yourself around.
Or you can just zoom out.
Still skipping, mostly when it's zoomed out.
Wait, you can do that with the right mouse button?
You can,
you can move
yeah,
around
you
the
can move
map.
around with the right mouse button. But if
I've been
you
using-
don't want to do
I've
it
been
that
using
way,
Roll20 off and on for 4 years, and I never knew that.
yeah, that's how I do it.
Programs. I figured it was there by default, and I tried, and it was there.
Yeah,
I hate that when you play games for like 4
Yeah.
years and you're like, so wait, if I just hit this button, I could have done the most powerful move in the game.
yeah, you can also do.
Already, it's like, wait, I could have double dashed.
Yeah, you can also do the control and
That
scroll
would
wheel to
have made
zoom in and
Ori
out.
much more.
I can crouch.
I can block? Dang. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. It's like me. I feel as bad as when Laura Bailey found out. Wait a minute, you can roll dice on D&D Beyond. You can see other people's rolls. Yeah, they just implemented that. I didn't notice.
Every day you learn something new.
You forget 1,000
Well-
things every day. Make sure this isn't one of them.
Yeah, but yeah. So you guys are basically in Oystark. Yeah. As far as Dr. Zako and Azabar are, you guys aren't very influential. You're not really powerful, and you somehow have to fucking make sure that a beach landing succeeds and pushes basically 50 miles south. So
Okay.
best of luck.
Power of wrestling.
I was so chill looking for contracts and something, and now this. Okay.
Yeah,
Think
Dorian.
fast,
Yeah,
think
you're
fast.
hiding in Oystark. You're just shitting your pants because you see so many
Yeah.
Boschian troops coming in.
Yeah.
So somebody's gonna recognize me.
So low-key and chilling, and then this. Okay.
That was
Jesus.
exactly my vibe. Loki chilling. Now I'm in the military, bruh. Shit went north.
I don't want to return to the military.
I like how all the stuff as what I've done have been literally one sentence. Yep, you're there because change. Your coin.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean it's if you're someone who
That's
pickpockets and
perfect.
stuff, or if you're someone who's driven by debt or money, yeah, very easily the fact that there's a shit ton of troops in a location, dude, you're gonna be on that like hotcakes.
Damn right I am.
Yeah.
Alcohol and coin. That's all I'm here.
Quick
Okay,
question.
so you said you were at Witch Harbor or something?
I can imagine
Oystark.
Blade going. Yeah,
Stark.
I can
Oh,
imagine
over
Blade
here.
pulling a Braun
Oh, I got you.
moment here where he says that I'm going to be the criminal that in a siege city where I hoard all the food. Now people are going to pay a lot of money to get the food I have.
Mm.
You'd have to, yeah, you'd have to be the, you have to get to the Southern Empire before they do.
Oh God.
They ain't gonna hoard food on the ships because I'm gonna be honest, like, you're gonna do that beach landing. They ain't gonna need the
Dude, I'm
food
gonna
unless they
turn like
win.
this ship. I'm gonna turn the ship into prison, like trading for cigarettes and shit.
Mm.
Like, yeah, give me 3 grains of rice. I'll give you this.
Give me that
Yeah,
rice.
meanwhile, the cleric just stands there, arms crossed, looking over your shoulder, going,
I'm in
Oh,
like the
God.
creepiest tavern looking for some information, some whispers, and
I'm
hiding.
just gonna be that guy you find everywhere, like back alley of like a whorehouse. It's like, Blade, what the fuck are you doing here? It's Thursday.
Not your money up, not your
I'm gonna
phony up.
make my money, bitch.
I'm here for
Anyways.
my hose. Bitch, put baby powder in my hand.
No.
Okay, I'm done.
oh, oh God.
All right.
So how long were
I
you
I knew
traveling
it was
for?
going to be a great start, but not this great.
How long were you traveling for? You said.
Yeah, me and Azabar.
I mean, that's the thing is that like levels aren't really tagged with age. Like technically, you could be a 50-year-old man and still be a level 1. So really,
No,
that's
he said
fucking
how
up to
long were
you.
they traveling?
I
Yeah.
know how long have we been traveling?
To get to where we need to get to.
Yeah, to get to where we are right now.
That
Yeah.
literally
And,
could
Lost
be.
Ark.
Well, that's what I'm saying is it literally can be up to you because like with Val, like you could have been a week into your journeys or you could have been 5 years.
No, yeah.
Um,
Vo was pretty recent. He just kind of decided to go south instead of north from like a
yeah.
coin toss.
Oh, okay. So
And
it's
like
like
with
choosing,
Eric
like,
and
how close
Ren,
you
like
get to it.
literally same thing. Like you could have been wandering around for months, years, weeks, minutes. Like you could have, been friends for like a month so far. You guys could have been
We've been
years.
friends for a while.
Yeah, so like it literally like it could have been any amount of time you want it to be.
I was just asking so I can ask to make 2 things.
What's that?
I would like to make a pressure. It's just a rubber washer and a pressure seal for a bottle of cheap alcohol.
What do you need a pressure seal for? Why don't you just get a cork?
Alcohol in space.
So I can throw pepper in the alcohol, and then I can just release it slightly, making it pepper spray.
Oh my god.
No, God.
I don't have
It
rules for
begins.
that.
And it begins.
Can I put like a towel in some alcohol and make a Molotov bomb or something like that?
See, I might have rules
I
for
mean,
that, but that's just a fucking grenade at that point. Is what I'm doing. Or like it would just be a shittier version of the fireball spell.
And
Yeah,
we already got
the
Eldritch
yeah, the
Blast.
pepper spray. I there's no effect like because it's. I'm not gonna let you stun people with it because
It'd be a distraction.
stunning is OP. But there's nothing
no, I
less
could put
than less
blind.
than stun. Yeah, blind
Stunning
is a bit
strike.
too much too because that means
like-
you're just gonna impose disadvantage on people. Like, and the
Alright.
thing is that what's the like? That's something I'm.
If he rolls low, it backfires.
No, I'll just
it
leave
just
it.
sprays everywhere.
Yeah,
like a
that's
joke.
see.
Sprays himself.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Instead of
Stuff like
rolling
that
like a
is
D4, he flips a coin.
if you want to do stuff like that, it is possible, but you got to let me know ahead of hand, and then like I could work on it. So
Yeah, sure.
I would say no today, but I could probably make something else later. But it's probably not going to work like pepper spray. It's probably just going to be something you have to throw, and it would be like a grenade.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay,
So,
okay.
well, I'll figure something out for you though. I think someone else was saying something, but I don't remember.
They were good.
Okay. Then yeah, so as you guys are basically just doing your things in this city. I mean, it's hustling and bustling, and there's a shit ton of fucking people here. 99% soldiers just moving around. It's not the best wharf. It's like dilapidated and pretty underused. Oystark is the poorest like city in Paston, and on top of that, it's only been getting worse because of the war. So yeah, it's not great. But at this time, yeah, you guys are kind of finding yourselves getting there. Ren and Dr. Taco, you guys would obviously find a spot to kind of rest. I would assume you would go ahead and just report in and get your assignment, right? Or would you try to be part of the assault as freelance?
I kind of want to go freelance. What do you think?
That sounds fun. Let's do
So, so this landing, are they like looking for people in that town, or they are just like moving across the town, across Oistark?
They are getting ready to do a naval landing assault on the southern Paston. So right now there's a shit ton of troops coming in. Anyone who can hold a rifle that's over the age of 14 is basically getting a rifle and getting put on a boat. So
I should have lied about my age. No, I'm 13, dog. Sorry.
yeah, they probably still would have been like, look it and slap the fucking rifle in your hands. Go.
6 foot tall orc. I'm 12, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, probably. Or
try. The Eric Cochran's like 6, and he would get like snatched up. They don't care.
Yeah.
It's like, you're tall enough, get in there. But I'm a giant. I'm a baby. It's all right. Get in there.
figure it.
TM,
I'm a
for
Yes.
baby.
my character, he would be standing at the gangplank at the bottom of the boat, inspecting soldiers. So if anyone's too sick, he's going to let them stay behind because in case they're not fit, those who are not fit to fight.
Yeah, you try that once or twice. Like, like an older gentleman who's maybe in his 60s. Like, he obviously has like something wrong.
He's
Like
not going to survive a skirmish.
yeah, the way he coughs and such. So you're like, hey man, we're not gonna let you aboard. You need to go and lay down and stuff. You try that once or twice, and literally you see a lieutenant come back with these individuals, and you can see that the individuals have been like beaten. And he goes, "Do not turn away my soldiers. You are to encompass 100 men aboard your ship and deliver them." He goes, "Please do not bring shame upon your family with these direct orders from the kingdom. Understood?"
Understood, but yeah, at the same time, I can't. At the same time, if any sick people end up on this ship, there's a chance that the sickness may spread, and you don't want a bunch of sick men not being able to survive a skirmish on the front first charge on the beach, would you?
Your job is not to make sure that they survive. If they die in transit, chuck the bodies overboard and let them be used as cover. You are to transport 100 bodies and equipment to the shores. That is the contract.
He just gives in, knowing that hard headed people like that are not going to be or can't be reasoned with.
Yeah,
He's
it's
dealt he's dealt with sea monsters that are more persuade who are more easily persuaded.
yeah. Your father tried to prepare you a bit of what to expect, but you didn't expect it to be this bad. I mean, your ship is only rated for a crew of maybe 60. So like with your crew plus an additional 100 people, like they're going to be standing on the deck shoulder to shoulder for most of the journey. Which yeah, true, it's only going to take like 4 hours to get there, but you're basically cramming them in like sardines. Uh yeah,
What
with
time?
Hmm?
You can go.
You said you want to know like what time of day it is?
Yeah, no, I was gonna ask, like, when are we? Since I just got conscripted, I want to know when I gotta go. So, like, when is the actual assault happening?
Like literally tomorrow morning. So like
Oh,
you showed
tomorrow.
up.
Okay.
Yeah, you showed up around
Right.
like close to noon, and
Hmm.
they asked if you wanted a rifle. You said no, and they literally just gave you an assignment. They gave you a boat to report to, which is obviously
Okay. So I'm not on the
Andreas's
boat right
boat.
now. I just gotta show up tomorrow.
Yeah, they're literally like, get on this
Okay,
boat before the
that's what I want to
morning,
know.
and then we're
I
going.
want, yeah. I just wanted to know if I was on the boat right now or I was just doing my own thing for
Hey, you can
however
if you
much
want,
time.
but otherwise, yeah, you can just wander around Oistark.
Yeah, yeah. I was just
Not a
wondering if I was
large
forced to
town.
go.
It's got like 12 buildings, so it's not really that big.
Yeah, sick.
But
Um,
yeah. So you're looking around. Azabar and Taco, like with you guys, if you're doing freelance, they basically the same as Val. Like you're just getting assigned a conscript boat. They're like you'll provide your own equipment. If you succeed and survive the landing, you'll be given a tithe. And besides that, any loot that you find, you can keep as long as it's not something that is needed for the defense of the kingdom. He goes, but weapons, armor, such like that can be looted from the enemy. And basically, they just tell you to, basically fuck off and go on to the boat. And they said they're right now. Currently, the assault is going to begin at like 8 a.m. So, you guys are assigned to Andreas's boat as well, and they basically give you the same thing. Be there on 8 a.m. Don't be late, or we'll consider you deserters.
Mm.
And
In
then,
my current location, can I see like a lot of soldiers like surrounding my where I am?
yeah, you're kind of just basically in the like fishmongers area. It's like a kind of a shitty pub. So you're just
Okay.
kind of sitting there. You were eating a meal, and then everybody started coming through. And so far, you've just been kind of keeping your head down. But at this point, like you're starting to hear like a bunch of different like soldiers and conscripts and such begin to like head into some buildings to like find a place to rest, and you can see like a lot of them are coming your way to kind of like obviously get something to eat possibly.
Okay. Um. Okay. Is it possible to like very casually start like getting far from them, like maybe in other part of the establishment, like very casually, so they don't so they
There's
don't see
only
me?
there's only a couple tables to sit at, so it's gonna get
Jesus,
filled pretty quickly.
fuck.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wherever there's like some grub to eat, I would also like to go finesse some food. So
yeah. So Val, you would find yourself basically walking with a lot of
same place.
conscripts and stuff
Yeah.
too.
s-
Um,
Yes, I was gonna walk into.
yeah. Is everybody just wanting to go to the little fishmonger place to get something to eat before tomorrow? Like Andreas, like, are you wanting to do that too and let your guys just kind of hang out?
I'll let my crew like prepare and let them give them let let them enjoy their final a good night before they have to sail off to war tomorrow. Enjoy it. It may be your last day, kind of thing.
Gotcha. So
Meanwhile, I'll just be on the ship. Getting. But I'll still be on the ship, getting things ready while they're off doing their thing.
okay, I gotcha.
I
Gotta
guess I'll
make
be
it
the tavern too.
sanitary as best as I can for the trip.
Gotcha.
No coronavirus.
Nah, a little bit worse and a little bit more.
Just
Nah,
dysentery. Yeah.
yeah, and all that sort of stuff. Let's just say that let's just say that he'll be offering a lot of saltines for people who
A
aren't
lot of salty.
very good for very a lot of that
I'm gonna,
a lot, help him with motion sickness in a
I'm
sense.
gonna be real with you. If
That's not
homie
gonna
was being a dick to me and saying like I just transport bodies, I'm not feeding no one. I'm gonna be like, I don't feed anybody. That
Nah,
was
man, you
not
getting
part of it.
saltines.
You guys get nothing.
What?
So with that, let's see. Slap your boys' stuff down here. All right, there you go. That's where we find ourselves. Andreas, I'm just putting you on the dock there. I don't have a boat set up there, but I'm gonna leave you on the dock there. Just as a
Sure.
representation. Throw everybody in this. So you guys should be able to move your tokens around and stuff. So you just move them to wherever in this little area that you guys were chilling and such. Yeah, there's a shit ton of soldiers just kind of like walking around the town. You know, some of them would be conscripts and such like that. We have a warehouse, port authorities and stuff, places use bathroom and such like that. But yeah, it's pretty just like hustling and bustling. There's a lot of movement and stuff. People walking around, soldiers coming in to try to get something to eat.
Jesus, that's a lot.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah, man.
They are moving
Oh, there's
very
more
fast.
than that.
I'm
Like,
worried.
yeah, there's like probably like this landing's gonna be at
Yeah,
least
how many
like
people? How many
10,000
people
troops.
are in here?
Damn, I guess I can't pickpocket anybody. Well,
How many
Yeah.
people are in this actual tavern right now?
In the tavern right now, so there's probably like 5 soldiers that are in there right now, so I can just throw them in there.
All right, 5 people.
Yeah, there's 5
Then
soldiers
5
plus the
and
fishmonger who would be like handing out food and stuff, and then all of you guys. Um,
God.
yeah.
so yeah, where you guys can move yourself wherever you want, wherever you would have been. That's up to you guys. But otherwise, yeah, there's only really like 2 tables. So if you're sitting down to get something to eat, you'd be sitting with like a lot of these people. So some of them would even be like bumping into you, basically be like, "Hey, excuse me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit down" and stuff like that. But yeah, as you guys are sitting there,
The establishment got any windows?
yeah, there's a couple of windows with those little like little portholes right there,
Oh,
the little light things, little squares, and then
but just like a little square, just but not
yeah, they're
like
just
a
little like
window.
portholes. Yeah, you can like walk up and look out of them, but they're not like wide windows. And there's only
Oh,
one door that's accessible. The other one's blocked by like the supply cart that was brought today.
Oh, God.
Cool.
But yeah, as you like Dorian, as you're like sitting there relaxing, you do see like an individual basically come up next to you and he like shoves you over a little bit. He's just like, excuse me guys, and I guess if Taco's in the way, I'm gonna move him. And he sits next to you, Dorian, and you recognize him immediately. You
What?
recognize him as Thomas, as a guy that had fought alongside you in the militia. Some 6-7 years ago. And he sits down and scoots over next to you. And he leans in. He goes, "How's it going?"
My God, Thomas, how many years have been? I can say I'm surprised by seeing you, but what are you doing here?
Maybe 3 guesses.
Yeah, yeah.
It
Jesus
involves
Christ.
boats.
Yeah. I'm just like making time now.
So you
But,
chose a bad place to be, didn't you?
uh, seems like it. I was just chilling, but what are your plans, or
What do you mean,
what
what are
is
my
happening?
plans? Same thing I always did. Charge the enemy, kill them more than they want to kill me, and then survive to the next day. He reaches like around you and like he like pulls your a hat a little bit up so he can see the back of your neck.
Okay,
You would know instantly what he's looking for because normally with traitors or deserters they get branded. So he's
okay.
looking for that, and he goes, "They never caught you."
Well, I saw the perfect moment, and I took it. Yeah.
I
Ah,
guess. Oh
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Um.
yeah.
So about this time, you would see like an officer that would have come in.
Okay,
So he's like coming, and he literally is like sitting down, like almost in front of you. And
okay.
like at this point, Thomas is just like he goes, "Well, you've got 2 options. Either you're a new conscript or you're a deserter.
Come on, Tom. After all these years,
He
cut
goes,
me a little bit of slack.
you can move your guy then, Andreas. He goes, hey, you can dip as soon as the landing's over, but otherwise the lieutenant here is going to ask who you are, and you're going to have an answer for him. Either you're nobody and you're in the force, or you're somebody and he's going to put you in the stockade.
Uh, well, usually these kind of things I now do it for money, but look, I'm looking like around and all the soldiers. Seems like I don't have like not too many options. I just have this one option. Um, but tell me something. It's only this time, and can I go?
And he goes, unless they stay strict on us, to be honest, once this landing's over, I'm pushing further south. There's so much money to be had once you're a freelance unit. You know, I'm going to ambush convoys, I'm going to hoard gold and weapons, and I'm going to make a name for myself. You're welcome to tag along.
I mean, I appreciate the invitation, but my current lifestyle is a little more subtle, if I could say. But I mean, I think I can trust you, but
Goes,
I really need.
well,
Yeah,
what have you been doing this whole time?
well, after all that um, battle and things, and I started doing like little jobs, no? Taking some group contracts and killing like some beats, no, something chill in comparison to the whole war. But
Uh, you're shooting things
yeah,
with guns still. It sounds like the same job to me. It just gets a little more complicated. Hey, we can do the same thing. We get over there, we attack who we want to attack, we steal what we want to steal. We don't even have to get in fights if we don't want to. I feel like that's more lucrative than anything. You could rob a caravan and not even have to shoot anyone. Think about that.
well, I mean, even when the idea is like very like a very very good idea, if I would say. That's not like my current lifestyle. I'm not like, interested in doing something like that. Not that I'm opposed to it, but
Understand?
I
Sorry, one second. It says Marcus V. If you're if you're gonna do the chat, do the Dropbox and change your character's name. Otherwise, I have
Yeah.
no idea who that
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah. Oh, that's smart. That's smart.
oh, can I do
Yeah,
it?
I got you.
Because
Oh,
yeah, they're like talking in chat, and I knew who Andreas was because I
Yeah,
could see it, but I didn't know who the hell Marcus was, so I didn't know
okay,
what
yeah,
that was
there it
going on.
is. All right,
So who is that?
it's me, Vo.
Vo. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're basically right next to Dorian, so
Oh,
you
okay,
would
sick,
definitely be hearing
sick.
them.
Yeah, real quick, I just lean in and I lean into Dorian and I go, "Hey, what are you whispering about?"
Subtle as ever.
what? What?
Thomas just leans and goes, "He's a deserter."
Uh, Tom,
Oh,
shit.
you're you're a deserter? That's kind of sick,
Uh,
bro.
well,
Yeah, you know the heavy cavalry from the far west that rides through the sand dunes.
No, no clue.
Yeah, that's what they call them, deserters. They run through the desert on these camels.
Oh, yo, you know how to ride a camel?
That's what he's
Wait a
interested
minute.
in.
yeah,
Define deserter.
the only thing that's important. And I will say it like, yeah, it's something like normally in my unit who will need to learn. Yeah, it's not that different from a horse.
How do you sit? It has bumps though. Isn't that uncomfortable?
I mean, well, you sit in between the bumps, no, and you use one of the bumps to to grapple it. Sorry, I
Oh
forgot.
yeah.
I forgot the.
Do we have any
Good
camel? Do you know if they have any camels? I kind of want to try to ride one. I just got conscripted and like, I don't know. It seems kind of weird.
Yeah, Dorian, why don't you tell him about the whole camel adventure and being a deserter in the far west? Sounds great. Hey, Lieutenant, we have a newbie, by the way.
In a real low tone. Fuck you, Thomas.
It's all right. Plus, that 20 gold you get for surviving the assault, half of that's mine.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you get whipped for deserting? No, I don't think you did. I think I did for you deserting, if I remember right.
Jesus. Oh, what a situation.
Situation. I give you a situation.
Yeah.
My boot.
Hey, yo, are you gonna eat that?
I think it's just
Uh,
bones. You're not supposed to
for,
eat fish bones.
for the moment, I don't have any appetite with this conversation.
I'm broke, bro.
Slides
Free
plate.
food, military.
Slides plate to strange man.
So,
I'd
look,
starve down.
Man gobbles up bone like it's nothing.
Well, not the marrow.
I will give
Classic.
my plate to Bo so he can enjoy himself.
I definitely do.
But you see the lieutenant nod and goes, "Alright, fine. Have them be part of your unit. Get your men together, make sure they're fed and whatever else. Take what you can from this town, and we'll be moving on in the morning." Aye, Lieutenant. Proud to serve, here to serve. Appreciate it. See Thomas stand up on his chair. Goes, is there a... Fuck, how the hell do you say this? Mr. Naticos?
I just sigh and say, Nauticus. Damn porn.
I
damn
mean,
foreigners.
sure. Alright. Hold on.
What do you need?
Hold on, you're gonna be ferrying my boys across, and I gotta figure out which ones are the men. Hold on. Fucking. How the fuck?
Sighing and
Am I
rubbing his temple.
illiterate? Hold on. Stragon. Drag.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Fish
yeah.
Boy. All right, Fish Bones Boy. All right, cool.
Hey.
Ah,
Okay.
Fish
Cool.
bone
Yeah.
boy.
all right.
Andreas will get a bit annoyed when he hears fish bones.
Fish Bones
He
Boy.
says, humans.
Hey, I heard that. There's no racial profiling here. Calm down.
Hey, are you made out of water?
Yo, bro, you ice?
Those,
You said that to me.
Yeah, the water.
Oh, this one's easy. Bell. There's
Yeah, I just
Bell.
point a finger at his cup of ale, raise it up, and you watch your ale lift up from the ale lift out of the cup, and then I lower my finger, and then it drops back into your cup.
Oh, fucking
Sick.
captain's
that was
a
water,
magic
but
user.
sick.
Yeah, whatever.
Bell.
What were you saying?
There, Bell.
Yep,
You
that's
can
me.
just see him over by Azabar, strapping a plate of some sort, just to the front and back of him, either to sit or to stand on. And he just looks over. Eh?
What the fuck is this shit? I understand the
Don't
half
worry.
orc, but what am I supposed to do with like 5.5 men?
We'll talk about him
I
like
don't even
that.
know about a half. You're like a third,
I
maybe a
can't see this.
quarter.
Blade.
You're like a
gently-
thigh.
Blade gently wakes up from his drunken slumber and says, "Hey, quit yelling, try to sleep."
Lieutenant,
We'll see
got another new
how-
guy. He's red.
We'll see how this goes.
Fuck. The fuck you say?
This is very simple. You guys are under my command. I am Commandant Commander, Left Shift Captain, full-on Brigadier General Thomas. You can call me Thomas.
You got it, Mr. Brick.
Can I insight that and see if he's bullshitting?
That was total
Yes,
bullshit.
I-
You ain't even got to insight that.
Yeah.
That ain't a rank. He listed like
Yeah.
14 different ranks from 12 different branches.
Dr. Professor Patrick.
he steps over to the table and then just like rolls the tiefling over. Goes, what the fuck is this? All right. Goes, you
Hey.
got weapons or do you need weapons? What are you?
I ain't going.
Unfortunately, in this kingdom, that's not a debate.
I got a skin condition, Commander, Lieutenant, whatever you are.
He goes, that's fine, but you can either join us as a fighter or we can put you in a burlap sack and make you the anchor.
Burlap sack doesn't sound so bad.
Wait, y'all got sex? I
Oh.
have it out.
I'm not one for
God
formalities, but
damn it,
welcome to the
Thomas.
army, son. He goes,
God
all right.
damn it,
What?
Thomas.
What town am I in?
Why does that matter? You don't even need to know what country you're in. I'm going to point you in the right direction, and you're going to die gloriously for people you've never met.
Same
I'll
of
take the
course.
glory, not the death.
Well, I don't know if you can separate the two. It's like trying
I'm
to
still focused on the sex.
get burlap sex.
God damn, just get the Orcus sack already.
Goes, all right, boys. He goes, well, I'll give you your downtime. Make sure you're on the boat. We're leaving in the morning. We're going to be the second wave, so it shouldn't be that bad. As long as the first wave didn't, like, completely die. So if they did, then the second wave's going to be as bad as the first. But, normally people survive. Kill some of the enemy. And by the time we get there, it's not as bad.
I get close to Thomas and I say, Thomas, if I'm going to do this, I will need some help of your part. Maybe something you could give me to to start this attack, because right now what I've got is what I used to do some hunting, not to fight a big battle.
What exactly are you asking me for, son?
I think he means he needs something to hit people with.
Yeah.
You got a rifle. You got a bayonet. You got
Two
ammo?
hands.
Very little ammo because I just bought like what I need for a hunt usually.
I might be able to scrounge up some spare clips. The fact that you have ammo, keep that to yourself. I'm not going to lie, there's probably going to be like one out of every 4 of us that's going to have a full payload. So keep that on the hush-hush unless you want to wake up and not have it anymore.
Not a word.
Yeah. But I do have some logistics friends I'm going to pull with. I'm going to see what we can get. Because if you guys all die, there's more people to shoot at me. And I don't like that. So I like to keep my meat shields proud and armed. I mean, comrades. What did I say? Did I say something else? Nah, comrades. Armed and ready. You know what I
You got a
mean.
lot of arms.
Yes.
I got
Jesus, but still, I mean, that one. Look at him. Small. Like freakishly small. What are
He's
you?
freakishly small.
What the
Dude,
hell
he's
am I
about to
leading?
kick you in the shin.
Blade gently looks
Swear to
up across
God.
the table and just goes, "Holy shit, you're blue!"
I got a blue guy. I got a red guy. What the fuck did I get tagged
I'm
with?
green.
Y'all better have some fancy tricks or something, because right
Oh,
now,
yeah,
if
you
you
can
guys
play
are
for
basically just
rainbow.
a kaleidoscope of people, that's not really going to work.
Yeah. Can I just say that my character is looking around the tavern to see if he can find a captain, and when he does, he calls him over, the captain of the ship. While observing this shit show, the theatrical shit show, he's gonna tell the captain that I swear if we make it through this alive, I promise you and your crew double pay after this.
So we're going to get paid?
I will pay out of my own.
Is he bullshitting us? Is he bullshitting us?
No,
Yeah,
not
the ship
crew.
the
No,
ship captain would
not you guys. I'm talking about my actual
be
crew.
like,
Crew
yes,
that
sir.
my father sent me with.
He goes, yes, sir. I greatly appreciate that. He goes, I understand these are troubling times and we must support our country even if it is against our will. I'd be proud to serve and do what we have to, but times like these, the way they treat human life on both sides does seem despicable. But hopefully they are seeing a bigger picture that I am just too ignorant to see.
I look at you. I just look at the cat and says, "Don't bullshit me. You're too smart for that."
I know, I know, my lord, but I mean, old men,
Lord,
young
holy
men,
boss.
going to
Hello,
die.
noble. I'm not some silver spoon in my mouth. Hick, you know who I am.
Yes, sir. But I mean, this war has been going on for almost 8 years. Another one to the west has been going on for 25. I don't
Okay.
hate them for trying to do a quick end to a conflict that could be prolonged. Thousands today to prevent the millions of deaths tomorrow.
If that is you wish,
Typical
you and your
mentality.
men better finish your drinks and head to bed early. We don't want anyone with a hangover guiding the ship to the shores.
Aye, sir.
Almost on cue, Blade just slumps, like face palms straight into the table. God.
I walk over and I just start poking him.
All right.
No response for a couple minutes.
I'll make a personal tantrum and then join.
All right. I'm going to leave you, weird guy. I'm going to leave you in charge of the red guy.
Me?
And
Oh, okay,
Dorian,
sure.
you're going to be responsible for getting everyone on the ship.
Ah, Thomas, don't make me do your job, please.
It's fine. You'll be all right.
Ah,
And
You got
as
like a
Thomas like steps down from the table, he like almost steps on Dr. Taco, and he's like, "Jesus Christ, wear a bell or
All right.
something." The hell?
I'm sorry.
You know, just for that, I'm gonna ask if you have any smaller guns. You know, about the size of your well, yeah.
Boy, you reach and grab it, and we'll see what happens. He goes, but no, I don't have a sidearm. What do I look like, an officer? What do I look like, money? Fucking ask me if I have a smaller gun. Jesus Christ. Get out of my face.
Maybe you can get a smaller attitude while you're at it, but who knows?
Yes, unfortunately, the Basha Kingdom and the Paston Empire do not pay me for my cordial advice. They pay me to
Okay.
kill their enemies, and I am damn good at it. And my goal is to keep you individuals alive. Don't misconstrue that. I'm not going to needlessly throw your lives away unless I have to, which I've yet to have a moment where I needed to. So, as long as you stick with us and fight for the people next to you, we're going to get along fine. He goes, but yeah, you do have to take some shit because now I'm in charge and I haven't been in charge in like 8 years. So, I don't know, suck a butt.
I raise my hand. I got a question.
What the hell? What are you in class? What?
I don't know. Who are we fighting?
We are fighting the Southern Paston Empire, also known as fucking the goddamn Atlam regime because the Atlam brothers took over.
The Southerns.
Why?
Well,
Southerners.
what do you mean, why? Why what?
Why are we fighting?
Because they
Because they're
started a
from the
war.
South.
They killed the king and shit, and the northern half asked for help, and we're helping them. I don't know.
This doesn't
I'm not
seem
from
like
here.
my problem, but okay.
How do you think I feel? I'm not even from this country, and I got sent here. I don't
Me
give a
neither.
shit about
I'm
any of
just
these
kinda here.
towns. I don't care about their food. I don't care about their women. I don't even want to be here. I was better back in Bashaw fighting Primsboroughs and their rich, pompous fucking troops. Now I'm over here fighting just as poor people like me. You know how difficult and horrible it is as a career soldier to kill and loot people who are as poor as you? They don't have anything. I don't get anything.
You could just leave.
What?
Andreas is slowly simmering at this
I will
point.
second that argument.
Andreas is
Dorian, why
slowly
don't you let him
simmering.
know how that goes?
um,
Wait, what's Andreas doing?
I'll just give a big sip to some alcohol that is in the table or something. I don't want to answer that.
So wait, what's Andreas doing in the corner?
He is slowly simmering at the responses. Like, I don't care about this country. It's just like he's like, this is. He's slowly thinking about this. Is my
Fucking dude
whole
lives here.
Blade pokes his head up at the mention of women. He heard nothing else at the sentence, and so he uses a cantrip which is it's mage hand, which just brings a floating hand, and he grabs like a drink from across the bar. But he's so drunk, it just like shakily moves over to him and sits down next to him.
Nice.
half full by the time it gets there.
Yeah, it's half full.
Or half
It's
empty,
real
depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, or he's thinking himself, did I already drink half of it already?
Yeah, his perspective is already half gone because he drank it.
He looks over. He looks over at the dwarf and he says, "Goddamn child with a gun."
I
No.
am a gnome. Suck it.
Yeah,
I
dwarves are
don't want
bigger
to
than them.
alarm anyone, but that cup is floating.
I lifted water out of another cup. How is that supposed to be
Yeah.
surprising?
Yeah, it
no
is,
clue.
and I'm drinking.
Can I
Blade doesn't
slowly
even pay
mage
attention.
hand it away?
You have
Wait,
mage hand?
You have mage
Yeah,
hand?
mage hand.
Yeah, take it away. I'll fight you for it.
Just slowly drag it away.
Blade reaches out for it and ends up falling onto the floor.
Good lord.
God damn it!
Alright.
Oh god.
So yeah, Thomas just kind of wanders off to go do what he wants to do, and yeah, you guys have your little thing. At the very least, the minimal involvement in this war is going to be a beach landing, which coolness, I guess. Gonna deal with that. So what do you guys are you guys doing anything for the night, or are you pretty much just finding a place to sleep and just getting ready for tomorrow?
Is food free here?
Uh,
I just gave you
Nah.
my plate.
not
I'm just talking about like.
not really, but to be honest, you could probably steal it and deal with very little consequences. Because pretty much just
Sick.
so many soldiers
just-
that really I don't think anyone's gonna buck up to you.
I'll just go up asking people for like, hey, you done with that? Hey, can I just have like this little piece?
Oh, you'd
You're
be
not
able to
eating
get
that, right?
stuffed that way like pretty quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna feast.
I'd like to go over to Blade and just kind of pick him up and prop him up, right?
All right. I mean, he's
what he's
basically
doing
passed out at this point, so you just slump back over every time.
Well, okay. Then I'll just make him not face down on the ground.
He mumbles to himself, "Goddamn green man touching me in my sleep."
Should
Again.
we put him in a barrel? I think
I'll
that's a
make
great
company
idea.
to Bob, just drinking my feelings on what what I'm doing with my life. And I'm
Reconscripted.
fucking Thomas.
Hi, man.
You're a rogue, right?
Yeah. He's
Okay.
Andreas is sighing. He's like, great. Great. These people are going to be in my boat. Joy.
It's great. You're serving your country and stuff.
Hey.
Who are you bullshitting?
Hey, man. What if your help could bring about the end of the war? That's the kind of shit you tell your grandkids. Although, if you lose horribly, that's not stuff you tell your grandkids.
War that was started over rumors.
But they will
The
still
war that
know.
was started over rumors. No one knows who really killed it.
No, this war wasn't started over rumors. The four Atlam brothers definitely killed the king, pretty horrifically.
I redact my previous statement.
Yeah, the Passan Empire is now ruled by his eldest son Robert, and he basically, I mean, he's not much of a ruler. He's like in his mid-20s, so he took the advice from the Bashaw Kingdom and he's allied with them. So
In
A
other words,
lot of your
the war is
countrymen aren't cool with that because the Paston Empire had gone to war with the Bashaw Kingdom hundreds of years ago, so there's kind of bad blood there. But
especially, yeah, and that can be easily tell with the Bashan guy saying, "I don't care about this country. Why should I fight for it?" You know.
I mean, to be honest, I'd be with him too. If he had just spent 8 years on the western side of the world fighting one group of people, and then his country shifted him to another place on the east side to fight another war against a group of people, I'd be kind of pissed too.
Most likely, if we win the war, we're just going to be a puppet for the Bashar Kingdom.
Yeah, more than
Goddamn
likely,
medieval
yeah.
Vietnam.
Goddamn Vietnam, that's what happened, bitch. All right. Well,
The trees are speaking Druish.
so are you guys trying to tackle anything or do anything over the night, or are you pretty much just resting up?
I'm just gonna go over for final details before. It's like you guys want to sleep on the ship. Might as well get the jump now.
I believe
Plus, you
I'm
don't have
being
to pay.
put into it. Oh, sorry.
He's basically just
Yeah.
offering you all a cot on the ship if you
I
want.
think I'm being put into a barrel.
All right.
by
Probably the
dwarf.
best idea.
Yeah, I'll accept going on the ship. I'll take you up on that.
Well,
Yeah,
Good.
I'm
Me.
going to, but I will take a big bottle of the 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 most horrible liquor it is in the place,
Yeah,
just to get drunk really fast.
the stuff they have here, like they had some ale, but yeah, pretty much in the first like 30 minutes that would have been gone with the amount of soldiers and stuff that are here. So there is a common, very cheap drink that's alcoholic that they make that they call Catfish Wine, which is basically like a curdled alcoholic milk. So have at it. It's delicious.
Something like pharmacy alcohol or something like
so-
that.
Sometimes they'll
I
use
like-
the alcoholic milk beverage to pickle salmon and stuff. So there could be fish pieces
Ugh.
floating in it. Ah, it's delicious.
Jeez.
It'll get you fucked up, and it has all the protein of cheese curds and salmon. That's great.
dude, it's gonna make
Can
you
I get like a strainer? A strainer for
Nope.
oh fuck.
You gotta gulp it. I don't know if you've ever had an alcoholic beverage with the consistency of yogurt, but that's what you're looking at.
Yeah. I know exactly what it is. But
I'm gonna motion everyone to follow
Goddamn,
me
goddamn fish
and anyone
yogurt.
carry
I'll-
Blade.
I'll try
You're
to
gonna
take a couple
carry
of those
Blade to the
bottles.
ship.
I'm not. I said anyone who
I
can
was
carry
gonna
Blade.
carry him.
Yeah,
I
someone
get
could.
All right, Azbar is gonna fucking carry Blade, Mr. Big Strong Man, half orc boy.
Yeah.
Is it weird? I knew I'd end up on his shoulders eventually.
I mean, he's a tiefling. He weighs like 20 pounds wet, so shouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah.
No, that's a drought.
That's a drow.
A drought, 20 pounds.
Oh, I'm glad there's
Tiefling
not a
is-
drow in this campaign. The one drow I had, he
Ew,
had a
aren't
rough
drows
day.
like hyenas, basically? Like half hyena or
Yeah,
something?
definitely a rough day, but pretty good nights.
Yeah, the drow. You're talking the drow sided with the dragons in the war against the Bashaw. Yeah, the Bashaw hated the fucking drow. He was getting into fights constantly with Bashaw soldiers.
Also sunlight sensitivity, so rough day.
Yep. Sunlight
Um,
sensitivity as well.
All right. So
Yeah, I'll follow you, Andreas.
Yeah. So I'll lead you all to the ship. It's called Valcour's Tempest.
Probably can't read that.
It's called
Yeah.
this. One moment, let me type it in chat so people can read.
His character's illiterate. He literally can't.
Yeah, I just can't read it. Like that wasn't a joke. Like
How does he know that that's what it says?
I have an
then?
intelligence of
he,
6.
exactly,
I know what I'm
he
doing.
doesn't.
Yeah,
Exactly,
if it's written on the side of the ship, you would have to tell the monk because he would just look at the lettering and go,
no.
"Huh," and then
No,
keep moving.
I'm just
Hey,
looking
why
at
does
him.
this say floating bucket?
Floating
No,
I
it's
just
bucket.
admire the
art.
I
What are you
admire the
talking about?
It say floating bucket.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Well, anyone who can read, that's what it is in common.
Right.
Valcour's
Yeah.
Tempest.
Where do you take us? Just like on top of the deck, or are we going to like a quarters?
No, I'll
and-
take you below to the cots and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, he does have extra room for the crew, so you could stay there. But
I call
over
top bunk.
over the course of the night, the ship would start to become like filled up. You know, because you're getting an additional 100 people on there, so it's going to be 130 people on there, including the crew and everything.
Are they like beds or like hammocks?
There's some hammocks, and then there's some like rolled mats and stuff on the floors as well. Because
There are some-
over
Yeah,
the
I'm
course
gonna
of the
need 2
night,
of those probably.
over the course of the night, it's gonna get full. So if you're
I'm
sleeping in a
running to the
hammock, you're gonna
hammock.
have like 2 people under you basically before the night's end.
Completely fine. I just want to be on the hammock.
There's one spare hammock, and there are already like 4 bunk beds, but like 4 beds that are bunk beds but they're already occupied. Even then, they're doubled up. So even then, they've been doubled up so they can accommodate more people with the bedrolls.
Oh, not even just that, Andreas. Like your storeroom where normally you would have kept like munitions if you had cannons or like food and water and stuff. All of that's empty, and you have just fucking rolls of mats and cots and stuff in there as well. Like your ship's basically
Yeah.
empty.
Is there
And
like a bench or something?
The only supplies I do have are minimal enough food and water for the trip.
there wouldn't be any because the trip's only 4 hours.
Yeah, well, okay, but there are medical supplies in there because
Oh yeah, you
I
would
made
have some
sure
of
that.
those. Yeah, you would have
Yeah,
definitely have
medical
some of those.
supplies. Not enough to help everyone, but enough to
Yeah,
at
the
least.
the little supplies you had would be in your cabin because it's the only
Yeah.
door that has a lock.
Yeah, me and the captain are the only ones with rooms that have no other people in it, just
Yeah.
us.
But I mean, you
We
could
are
find
special.
somewhere to sit down, Dorian, like on the deck and stuff. But like if you go below deck, it's pretty much just places to sleep. And once you guys got towards like 8 o'clock at night, everybody's on board that ship. So all 130 people, crew and all, are on board that ship. So it gets pretty crowded.
Just put Dorian on the mast or something.
I stay a little while in a bench, like fucking hating Thomas for doing this to me, and later on go to sleep in the lower deck.
There's a crow's
I'm
nest
at
you
the,
can.
I'm at the mercy of an orc.
I'm gonna be honest.
There's a crow's
If
nest you can
if
put
if
stuff weight
if
on
I
people.
got like lashes because my squad mate deserted, I would have done a lot worse. I probably would have pulled a knife on you. I would have
Yeah,
been very upset.
yeah, I know it went easy for me, but it's still I hate it.
Oh yeah,
Still
you
I hate it.
definitely should because he is robbing you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's okay though. We're all friends here, ish. Uh,
With a
but
knife in the throat.
eventually, yeah, Thomas comes aboard the ship carrying a small crate, and he's like pushing through the crowd. And he's like, "Get the fuck off me! No, stop! Get off me! No, stop touching me!"
Am I there? Am I there?
Yeah, he eventually finds the rest of you. He goes, "All of you meet me in the captain's quarters." And he's like, "Not Ketos, the Nitrosin. Fuck, what's his name?"
Just call me Andreas.
San Andreas?
I don't know why your mother didn't just name you something easier like Big Blue or White Hair or
Why didn't your parents
Silver
call you Dick?
Fang. What?
Why
Kid,
didn't your parents call you Dick?
I don't know. I ask them that every day. I'm confused constantly.
Thomas, please calm down.
I'm
You're
just,
making it.
yes, I'm making a
I
scene.
don't care if you're military. You will show respect on my ship.
What? Ah, fine. I'll meet you halfway. I'll stop insulting your complicated, multi-tiered,
Fight.
multiple syllable name if you
I did.
respect me and give me money.
Let's agree to disagree. Now tell us what you got.
All right. He goes, go
Um,
get the rest of them. I'll take care of my squad, and I guess you too. I don't see why.
I'll
But
just roll my eyes and just gather everyone,
so,
and then meet back with the captain. And I'll let the captain know we're borrowing your quarters. Please wait outside for about 15 minutes.
Aye, sir.
Blade immediately wakes up, walks over to the window, and just violently hurls
You-
the front of the boat.
You
Wow.
okay, buddy?
Did I see that?
I
Yeah,
mean, if
I'm
you're
in the
going
captain's
around getting
quarter.
people, I guess you would at some point.
I'll just use shape water, just
Can-
push it
can I- can
off
I-
to the side.
Can I smell it? Can I smell that?
I don't know about that. Jesus.
Didn't you puke out the window? I thought, guys.
Yeah, I poked out the window of the captain's quarters.
Good
All
lordy.
right. I'm like, I'll just say lightweight.
Yeah, because I'm
I've
in
been
like a
drinking
very
since 8
serious mode.
a.m.
Look how small he is. He's nothing but lightweight.
I'm
Hey,
like in a very serious mood,
All
but
right.
I just drank like a lot of
What is it that you
alcohol with
want?
fish.
Yeah, I was about to say, you just
All
drank
right,
a bunch of
Lieutenant
fish
Thomas,
milk.
what is it that you want?
He goes, all right, I got this. And he slaps the crate onto the whatever desk or dresser that would be nearby, breaking anything that's valuable on top of it. And
There's a
then
table and
opens
it's just
crate.
maps and nautical stuff.
It's definitely a
Yeah,
crate.
whatever's
map.
on there is definitely got. If there was any measuring tool or such, that's not gonna work anymore. And he opens the crate. He goes, "All right, it's very simple. I got 4 hand grenades. I got about 10 rifle rounds, and I got a shovel. So I don't know. Spread that amongst yourselves."
Bits on the
What do these do?
bullets.
And I grab one of the grenades. I start throwing it in my hands. What do these do?
Oh,
Those
so
are mine.
basically, and he runs through the whole process. He goes, you just unscrew the cap that's at the base of the handle, pull the string, get about 10 seconds.
Okay,
throw it.
I do it.
He goes, well, that was not smart. And he just calmly takes it out of your hand, throws it out the window. You hear a plunk,
Okay,
and
what
then
happens next?
and a geyser of water flies up. He goes, all right,
Damn.
that would have killed us all. So don't do that again.
Blade gently raises his
Hey,
hand.
hey,
Do
oh,
I have
shit.
to be with? Do I have to be with the murder orc tomorrow?
It's either with him or
Oh,
with me.
And
Your choice.
He goes, well,
anyone,
let me
anyone of
rephrase.
you use rifles?
Yeah, let me rephrase. We got 3 hand grenades.
those are pretty cool.
Yeah, but again, they
Yeah.
will kill you.
Remember, when you're using those hand grenades, always count to 3. Never count to 4. And don't never count to 2 unless 3 is following the count to 2. Okay? 5 is right out.
Whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
Does
whoa,
the
hold
whoa,
on.
orc
whoa.
know what that means?
Thomas holds
Stop
up a
throwing so
hand.
many numbers. Stop throwing so many numbers.
He
at
goes,
me, bro.
I'm going to let you know
Yeah.
right now, the second you pull the string on that thing, you throw it towards the enemy. I don't care what kind of numbers
Actually,
you got.
I said that out of character, by the way. You know,
Oh,
I'm
out of
making-
character? Oh, I was about to
Yeah.
say.
Oh,
Oh, all right,
okay.
fine.
Oh, I was saying, he's like, no, that's a
I
bomb.
was
Just
like,
throw it
does
at
the
him.
orc know what he means by 3?
Yeah, no, the moment he was just like 3, 4, 2, 5. Yo, chill.
He goes, yeah, it's
I
a
was just-
it's
I
an
was bringing
explosive
up-
it's an
Yeah,
explosive
I got you,
device
I got you.
that's gonna send shrapnel through you or anyone that's within what the fuck's the blast radius on that? Like 20 feet? Let me see.
Now, in character, Andreas was like, "Hey, watch the ship."
Yeah,
My
it's
bad,
a
my bad.
20-foot blast radius. Yeah, so he goes. He explains what it is to everybody, and he goes, "If you see one land next to you, get it. Either run or get it away from you." And
Or
that's it.
run?
Yeah.
How much damage do they do out of character?
I think it's like
1 million D1 million.
It's a DC 15 deck saving throw, and it's 3d6 damage.
I was
It's like a
wondering if I could
it's
use
like a
an
mini
unseen
fireball.
servant to like take damage for me because they can do
No,
that. Just like shit.
I don't-
because it wouldn't. It hits every creature within 20 feet, and I don't think an unseen servant is
Oh.
even a creature.
So
Even if it
what you need to
was,
do-
you would still get hit
Hey,
if you're within 20
what you
feet.
need to
Excuse
do
me,
is
Gordo.
see it
How does
at you,
armor affect
hit it with your
grenades then?
rifle like a baseball.
Hold on, you guys were both talking at the same time. What'd you say, Red?
How does armor affect grenades?
It
It's
doesn't.
a deck save.
It's a grenade.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
It's a
deck
deck
save.
save,
If
you
you
fail
pass the deck save, you get half damage. If you fail it, you take full damage.
So, how many rounds were there for the rifle?
There were
10.
10.
anyone else uses a rifle other than me?
Does anybody need a
Uh,
rifle?
I'll take one, but I'm probably gonna modify it.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
so
I
five.
can,
We're
I
going to
can,
5 rounds.
I can get you a rifle now for the gnome, but you're gonna have disadvantage on all the attacks with it because it's too
Yeah, I know.
big.
Yeah, I know.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, you can take one.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
just
And
I just give him like 5 rounds. I don't think he should rely on it because that
definitely not.
yeah. So give him like 5 rounds. He's got like a full ammo worth.
So I get the other 5 rounds.
Yeah, because no one else has a gun.
I I will ask to Thomas if he has like an extra strip to prepare both my strips to be prepared.
Oh, you're just running me for everything. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
You can take one of mine. He throws you a full clip strip.
Oh, full. Perfect.
God, I bring them a box full of goodies and they ask for more. Like they want icing on top of the icing on the cake.
I
How
didn't
did
want
they
to
get
be
the
here in the first
shovel?
place, so maybe.
That's not an excuse. Nobody wants to be here.
Nah.
Except for maybe that weirdo. There's pointing at
Can
the.
anyone take the shovel?
The emotion in which you said you wanted to
You can take
to
the
sack
shovel
paper.
if you want, Ren. It's
I'm
just
gonna
gonna
take
count
the
as.
shovel.
Actually, do they have stats for a shovel? They might.
It's an
I
improvised
don't think.
club.
Yeah, it's an
might.
improvised weapon.
You can count it as a short sword. It's just fucking flavoring.
I
So
will
if
short
somebody
sword.
wants a short sword, there's a fucking shovel that's a short sword.
Bet.
This is a very sharp shovel.
Blade gently looks around the room, looking for anything valuable in the captain's quarters.
Roll me investigation.
Okay, how do I do that?
You go to your character sheet and you click on
Oh.
investigation.
Okay.
Also, how would I add this rifle?
Rifles aren't in there. It just does a D10. So you
Okay.
could just add a longbow and it would do the same thing.
We could custom make the whole thing. It's a sec.
Because all it is just a D10. So you can just put a longbow in your inventory and it'll be the same
Okay, I
thing.
rolled it.
So
So an
is Thomas
11.
still in the room?
Yeah, Thomas is still just handing stuff out and talking, and now Blade's looking through shit.
Okay.
You find like a like a little journal that's obviously the captain's, and you find like a little like looks like some kind of necklace or something that was made by a child.
He puts the book back and he looks at the necklace for a quick sec, wondering how to take it, realizes it's not valuable, and then puts them both back.
All right.
Did I notice any of this as he's doing it?
You would have to roll a. Actually, what's your passive
Let's
perception?
start rolling.
What is it?
15.
15? Oh yeah, you
Yes.
didn't get a great roll, so yeah, you'd be able you'd notice him looking around, and he picked up the journal and found like the necklace and looked at it and then put it back. So you would have seen that.
If he had noticed me looking at him, I would just shake my head.
What's your passive perception, Blade?
What's mine? Where is that?
It should be
Um,
towards the bottom left, I think, on the character sheet.
It's bottom left,
Yeah, it
underneath
is.
skills. It's above
It's
tool
below
proficiencies.
tool
It's underneath skills.
Mine's 10.
12.
But yeah, you'd be able to kind of tell because he's not like trying to hide his expression or anything. So yeah, you would make eye contact with him for a second.
Yeah.
He'd shake his head at you.
He shakes his head at me. I return a wink.
I show my eyes.
Gives a small smile and walks back to the group.
All right. So unless you guys have any questions about Thomas or anything, he is gonna give you a rundown on basically what's gonna happen. And then from there, you guys are basically just gonna rest till tomorrow. So he begins to explain that it's basically the mouth of a river is what we're approaching. So I'm gonna actually flip us back to the world map. Let's so he can kind of show you. So we are in fucking Oikstark Rudder, and the goal is to basically move in and approach this inlet right here and assault this town, which does have a small fort present, and then establish a beachhead and proceed to capture the river town that is controlling the bridge to the north, and also the southern sizable town of Pathea. So once we do that, they are going to have another group pushing south to also land at this other port town to the south of Pathea, which possibly could succeed, but the main force is going to be focused on that one town because that fort there has a pretty sizable garrison, but we're trying to outnumber them 5-1, and hopefully that, is in our favor. But rumor is that they have organized some defense, but it's definitely not going to be no like Normandy or anything like that. We're not expecting like crazy ass bunkers or anything. It's
No D-Day.
yeah, it's not going to be like D-Day. Hopefully it's maybe a few machine guns, but that is even a bit iffy, and just some rifles. So um worst case scenario, there might be a magic user or two. So just keep that in mind. And he would specify, he's like, Dorian, or even you, little one, if you see a magic user, shoot them in the face. Like a lot.
Okay.
You're
Not
talking
any of
about.
us.
I'm talking about individuals that walk in bathrobes and bring down hell itself. So please, if you see someone that fits that description, shoot them. If
You
it
better
turns out
believe
to be
it.
someone's uncle and they were just had dementia and were walking around milking cows that don't exist, we'll deal
Sucks
with
to be him.
that later.
We'll deal with the fallout later.
Yeah, but people who
You're
chuck
just
fireballs and literally
balls.
bring down meteorites, yeah, murder them. Murder them with extreme
So-
prejudice.
Who's gonna be the strongest people there? Like,
Possible magic users?
okay, so just
I mean, a
punch
dickhead
in the
with a
face.
rifle I can take.
As can I.
Talking about this objective, one question: do you in game rules? Can I do cold shots?
Oh, like aiming for the head and stuff?
Yeah, the disadvantage shot and something like that. That gives like
Um,
an extra effect.
you can, but it doesn't like give you a bonus or anything. Like it doesn't do any additional damage. The only time that's actually useful is if you're trying to disarm an individual.
Okay.
Because you can actually cold shot someone's equipment and shoot it from their hand. And basically the way that works is that you're rolling to hit, and then they roll a strength saving throw, and whoever beats who wins.
Okay.
Yeah, so but actually like shooting them in the head or the chest or whatever, there's no rules for like doing extra damage or anything.
No, I don't mean like extra damage, but maybe like a shock effect or something like that. I mean, like, I don't know, if I shoot you in the face, maybe you lose an eye for something like that. No, not like doing an extra damage.
Well, that's what like a crit attack would be. Like if they got hit with a crit and survived, that's kind of what would happen. I would have like an eye come out or something like that. Or even
Oh,
if you
perfect.
rolled like
Freaking
max
arm grip
damage,
something.
Uh-huh.
that's what that stuff is. So like
Okay, perfect.
as far as doing called shots, it's really just for like if you're trying to disarm someone, which actually surprisingly enough is a lot easier to do than I thought it would be. I thought you would get like disadvantage or something, but no, it's just your roll to hit versus their strength saving throw because they're trying to hold on to the object. So
Okay.
yeah, obviously you would have a hard time maybe shooting like Ren's weapon out of his hand because he's got like a 19 in strength. But
Yeah.
Or
like the
shooting my
gnome,
hands out of
you
my
could probably
hands.
shoot every weapon out of the gnome's hands like nobody's business. He ain't got a lot
Yeah,
of strength.
if there's like a
I'm sure there's
magician,
something
I
for
could
that.
like shut off of his hand his spellbook or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. If he had like a wand or a spell book, or because like some of the magic users have to have a thing that they hold on to use their magic. So yeah, if you realize that that's what that is totally an option. If fucking homie has a staff or a wand, you could blow that out of his hand, and it would be pretty good. But it also is a wizard. So well, I mean, it could be a wizard, could be a sorcerer, could be a warlock, could be a cleric, but most of those people aren't too tough necessarily.
Okay, okay,
So
yeah.
shooting them just regularly is also good too. But again, if your chance to disarm somebody would be better than technically shooting them because your damage range still is pretty wide. Like what's your dex?
My dex is 16
So that's what is that, a +3 or +4?
plus 3.
+3.
So you have a minimum damage of 4 and a maximum of 14. So basically, up until you're at like probably 9 or 10 damage, which is like your high roll, you'd have to
Yep.
roll a 5 or more, or no, a 6 or more. You wouldn't one
Okay.
shot most level 1 like magic users. So yeah,
While
disarming
the
them
rest of
is a
this night is
viable
going
thing
on,
for you right now.
hey guys,
Okay.
while the rest of this night's going on, I'll be right back in like a minute.
No problem. Yeah, I got to
Yeah.
run to the restroom anyways either, so I'm gonna.
Yeah. Same. Same.
we're gonna take a quick like 5-minute break. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm taking those grenades, or at least one or two of them.
I got the
'Cause-
power of God on my side. I don't need those stuff.
Good. I'm keeping my holy hand grenades then.
Bring
Yep.
out the holy grenade.
Oh no, Azabar is going to throw me, then I'm going to throw a grenade. That's simple.
One of these days you will become the grenade.
Pretty much.
Yeah, half orc just throws the gnome into battle, and the gnome blows up something.
Well, I mean, you could also just lift a machine gun off the hinges and just go wild with it. Full Rambo.
Uh-huh.
Pues si quieres. No. Nada más deja. Ah, sí, sí, sí. Siéntate ahí. Es que yo pues voy a echar un. Sí. Pero okay, I'm back.
All right.
Ahí, aquí están.
Storm some beaches.
Mm-hmm.
con qué agilidad lo hacen, ¿verdad?
Sí, y ahorita tengo los dedos trabados y se me cae la cosa esta se me va para atrás.
Pues tú practica. ¿Quieres ventilador? Ok. Del mapa.
Si de por sí ya me agobio con tus mapas.
No, y este no es. Es del. O sea, este yo no lo hice. Este es del cuate que me metió a su juego. A ver cómo sale.
Les tengo una cámara lenta y aún así no entiendo.
Ooh. So much better.
Indeed.
All right. All right, are we all back? How's everybody?
I'm here.
Yep.
A lot of us are.
Yep.
So,
Okay. All right. So, yeah, he explains that that's the ultimate goal. Details are gonna be kind of fluffy because we don't know the whole terrain and stuff. So that's the overall thing. Is our goal is to hit the beach, push into the town, start securing it the best we can, and reacting to the enemy and supporting our allies. Do you guys have any questions about that?
No, as he's talking about landing at this position, I am immediately taking the crate of stuff, setting it on the ground, and going through the maps that's on the table, and looking at flow, water flow, tides and all that sort charts and all that sort of stuff. So, thinking if we're leaving at this time, is this time actually the best time to land? That may cause problems, like low tide and all
Yeah,
that sort of stuff.
you would know instantly because of the tide of how the river's flowing and how the ocean works. Is that like if they land where they're going to land, there's a 80% chance that most of those ships are going to end up on the rocks on the left side and the rocks on the right side.
I immediately tell him, I think you may want to stall the assault about another 6 hours.
Oh, it has nothing to do with
And I,
time. Like, there's no time that's going to change that. That's just because of the tide from the river rushing into the ocean. Like, if you try to land on that delta, it's going to push you into the rocks.
I suggest him to try to land at a more favorable position. I immediately tell him this may be strategically the best spot, but for success, it's not high chance of success. I suggest moving a little more further on. If I have to say it, if I look on the map,
Uh,
actually,
yeah, you would say like anywhere basically like over here is fine. They're trying to land
yes.
literally like
But if I
upriver a
land at the
bit.
mouth, I would advise against that. I've sailed in these areas many times in my as times. I think attacking the south, heading the south of the city instead of north of the city, would actually be more beneficial. It's a much safer landing.
He goes, he goes, all right. I'm not against that. He goes, but our designated boat party is supposed to be landing on the northern side closest to the delta. So all I can say is that if we were to have a naval mishap that put us off course and we had to correct to be in the more southern position with the other units, I wouldn't be against it. Goes,
So in
but
other words,
that's exactly what has to happen. You understand what I'm saying?
right, because if we tell the higher ups they need to do that, they're going to be so stuck in their ways. They'll be like, "No, we're doing this." But if we give them the idea of, but if we give them the suggestion that it's their idea to move south, then it's
Oh,
more favorable.
no, you're not going to convince them to shift any units south.
I'm not going to convince them. I'm going to say it's more if they are in a position where it's more favorable for them to think we're going to do this.
I stopped Andreas. I said, clearly you've never been in the underbelly of the world. He's saying our boat's gonna have a mishap.
All right, so we're saying.
He goes, yeah, that's
All
unfortunately
right.
there's so many ships in this assault that they're trying to cover as much as that coastline as they can. He goes, we're wave 2 and we're part of a 5-ship fleet that's going to be landing in that delta. He goes, we can't tell the other 4 captains what to do, and we're definitely not going to be able to convince the lieutenant to make our 5-ship fleet shift. He goes, but
So
if
what we're
we were to
saying,
get off course, we could at least save our own ship.
and over 100 people that are on it.
Yes. He goes, that's the best that we can do. And I would keep it quiet, and it literally would just be like you and your captain that would know.
And of course us, and I motioned to everyone else listening in.
Oh shit, half of them ain't paying attention. That one's over there touching his belly button.
Over
Dude,
there,
what is happening?
that one
What'd you
over there
say
is
about my belly button?
and that one over there is near drunken collapse, and I point to Blade.
No,
Now listen
I
here,
think he's
Mr.
just
Blue
I think he
Guy.
just has food poisoning at this point.
I was having too much of that catfish wine.
Catfish
unfair.
Wine.
Deal with it. Okay.
But yeah. So if you guys don't have any other questions, we'll keep going with that. Is everybody good, or do you guys have any other questions?
That's fine. Now, may I make a suggestion?
Mhm.
Everyone,
So-
leave this room so I can talk to the captain alone. I
Just
do
one
say
who's taking the grenade.
nicest way I can think of.
You're taking how many grenades?
Who is taking the grenades and
Yeah,
how many
there's-
to soak?
Yeah, there's 3 grenades. Thomas will take one if nobody's grabbing them. So Thomas will grab one.
I will grab one, and if there's another one left, I'll grab that one as well. Unless
Yeah.
I'll
nobody
take
wants
the
one.
last one.
Okay.
Are
Sure.
you sure you don't want me to have it?
If you want it, you could take it. I just like the explosion it made.
It's also the easiest fucking weapon to use in the game.
Yeah, pull the pin, throw it.
No, there's not even a throw. It literally is. As an action, a character can throw a grenade at a point up to 60 feet away. You literally just go anywhere within 60 feet. Boom! 20-foot explosion.
Damn.
I
Yeah,
don't like
the-
the second
D-
one. 'cause
D&D
sometimes
is
it's thrown
flawed
by
when
a
it comes
half-orc.
to making explosives. You just make them happen. Yeah,
This
there's
is the free fireball light.
yeah, basically. You know, it's 3d6, DC 15 dex save. Like it's pretty beefy out the gate.
Yeah.
But
So
yep.
did
So
everybody leave the
Val
room?
grabs one.
Yeah.
Fucking
I
Taco
grab
grabs one.
Vogue,
Thomas grabs one.
Taco, and Thomas. Yeah.
Yep.
that's-
All right, everybody leaves the room. Thomas is like, "All right." In the great words
For
of
everybody to leave,
Belatar
can I just sit
from the
there?
far west, fuck off. What'd you say,
I
Red?
think
I
Yeah,
said
I
when
think
he
he was trying to stay.
mentions. Oh, were you asking me?
Yeah. I said.
Oh, I was saying when he like motions for everybody to leave, can I just sit there and like keep poking at my belly button?
Yeah, he's still
Seriously.
gonna like. He's gonna like, yeah, big boy, go. Hey, move.
Oh,
So
sorry.
after this brief, I will listen to Thomas' counsel and go to a place that I know that nobody is watching, and load all my clips to have them prepared.
No problem. All right, so everybody leaves. Thomas,
Yeah,
as he
Blade
walks
wanders
out,
off.
as Thomas walks out, he just like bumps the ship captain. He goes, "Hey, strong-armed sailor man. Master wants to talk to you."
Sounds so gay. Hey, big boy.
In the
Sorry.
Navy.
Thomas, the unending force that continuously will upset or make people uncomfortable.
Oh, he's an unending force, all right.
Beautiful.
He's always been like this.
The captain walks in.
Imagine it. He will die the way he lived, being an asshole.
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah,
Like some
you're
version of the
your
Lloyd
Navy
Kaufman
captain.
code
His name's
asshole.
Delithu. So you know, Delithu walks in and just goes,
I'll let him know that this is the destination point we're landing, but I'm gonna let him know we're gonna have troubles in quotation marks and land south, where it's a much safer landing.
"What kind of troubles? Like run aground or off course?"
Of course,
Oh, okay.
you know, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, kind of thing. You know, it's like we're trying to get a safer landing so we don't end up on the rocks.
He goes, "I understand." And he's like looking around the room. He's like, "They broke some of our tools, didn't they?"
Yep, I'll pay for that once this is over.
Did they touch my shit?
One tried to. He decided they weren't worth the trouble, or worth anything at all in that matter.
Good thing he didn't find my gold. No, I'm joking. Fucking.
Blade
No,
fucking burst through the door.
Joking.
So then I go. It says, yes, Captain. He also didn't look into the water jug. I tapped the side, and then I reach in and pull out the good bottle of rum he has hidden in there.
Who pulls out good rum and diamonds?
You ever
Oh.
seen that episode of SpongeBob where Mermaid Man comes in and SpongeBob goes through the metal wall?
Mm-mm.
It's Oh my god, I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna post that. You guys keep talking. That's gonna be
Yeah, and then I
Blade
said,
Eater
Got a
Wood.
golden shovel hidden here.
let's have a
Jesus.
toast, before we head to bed. I uncorked the bottle of rum and then poured 2 glasses for me and the captain.
It was Wait, now I actually genuinely am afraid to say your last name because I mispronounced it on purpose so many times.
Nauticus.
Nauticus,
Nautic-
okay.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like,
you had it on
I like had
point.
my heart skip a beat. I was like, Thomas said it wrong so many times. I was like, what the fuck am I gonna say?
Because that's who he is.
I was like, I was trying to be an
Looking-
asshole with that character, but then I genuinely just didn't know how to
Yo,
pronounce the
Getting
word for a
so
second.
Look
invested
in
in the
general. Look in
character.
general. Look in general chat on Discord. This is what Blade would be doing.
If he heard rum.
if he
If
heard
rum,
gold or rum. But yeah, Natalu would take it and goes to the Nauticos family.
and to our and to living for hopefully living for tomorrow.
Oh well, I just want to make it past tomorrow.
I'm hoping to make it till next Thursday.
At the very least, sir. At the very least, and he'll do the
least.
shot of rum, and then he just kind of looks around and he goes, well, you're kind of in my room."
I know. I'll be heading out.
Good night, sir.
Cap the rum, stick it back in the water jug.
So,
By the way,
yes,
door locked. I say
always, sir, always.
double
So-
double lock.
Double log,
locks tonight.
bar it, nail boards
Bar
to
tonight.
it. Put the desk in front.
So add the bar too. Just be Oh, and Windows 2.
And then hide under the bed.
No,
with the shotgun in hand.
the set the tripwire at the window.
I got a grenade with a tripwire, a bar on the
More like
door.
more like a board that slides down, slaps you in the face, that knocks you out of the wind, knocks you out. You're trying to crawl in.
I pulled an auto turret from another reality into the game. Set that up. I
Yeah.
sleep soundly.
Okay, I'll leave the room and then head to my room and
Okay.
do the same precautions.
Dude, auto turret, bar door, lock windows. Got it.
No auto turret.
Goddamn thermal sensors in the room.
No,
AC 130
Like
inbound.
we'll set up a. No, if he tries to open the door, he will activate a bucket with a water and flour viscous mix, so that if he tries to be invisible, it's very hard to get off, and he won't, and it'll be visible.
I don't think anyone can be invisible. Can you yet, Blade?
Just you wait.
Soon.
Just you
But
wait.
soon.
Whoa.
Ahead of
But yeah, you guys sleep. You sleep as best you can. Some of you may have not have been too worried about it, but I mean, like Dorian, he's seen combat. He would definitely be a bit on edge. Sleep
This
would
hammock
escape him a
is
bit.
nice.
Yeah.
Get out.
So as the morning comes, you guys set sail and begin to move towards the coast, beginning the 4-hour-long trip. The fleet you're in meets up with the rest, and you guys are looking at probably something like about 300 ships. And yours definitely isn't the smallest, but it is by far not the largest. Some of the ships that you see could easily carry probably 1,500 people at least. And you see that they're all filled to the brim just like your boat was. You like the fleets are so vast that just the people on the ships, it's like a loud roar of like talking and screaming and orders and stuff like that. It sounds like you're in a very packed mall almost, like there's the very loud crowd vibe. Like it even is loud over the
Elementary school
roars and smashing
cafeteria.
of the waves. But
Damn.
Damn, that's a lot of semen.
yes. But as you guys are going on this journey, everybody's kind of getting ready. You guys would begin to make the final preparations you would have, just making sure your equipment's good. And Thomas
Do we,
would
like-
start.
Do Do we get like woken up, or do we have to wake up ourselves?
No, you would get woken up. I mean, just the people
Okay.
like when everybody started moving and stuff like that. Once the ship started setting sail, that would wake up most of you. And then afterwards, people getting up and ready and moving around so much, that would definitely wake up all of you.
I'll probably sleep like an extra couple minutes.
Maybe not Blade.
Yeah, when they
I
woke
was
up the
about to
people,
say.
I'm already
Yeah.
I already
woke.
got a plan. I already got a plan for Blade.
Yeah, you guys could sleep for probably about 2 hours into the voyage before Thomas would have gone and grabbed all of you. So he's got all of you guys in the only spot that's kind of cleared, and it's near the captain's deck. He just like has you guys meet up near the where the fucking I don't know the wheel. I don't know what the hell they call that for the ship. The fucking thing that
helm?
steers it.
Mast. Or, yeah.
The mast is
thing.
not what steers it. That's not true. That's the
actually
big pole in
thing.
the middle.
Maybe I'm drunk.
The wheel, whatever it is, the fucking
Helm.
helm. There you go. Hey,
Yeah.
someone new. So you guys are basically around the helm. At this point, you would see Andreas and the captain basically steering the ship, and then at a certain point, they would let you know. The captain just goes, "Sir, I'm sorry, but between the wind and the seas and some of these other boats knocking us, we seem to be off course."
Okay. Well, I'm just sighing.
Yeah, the captain just lets Andreas know that. He's like, "Sir, we're
I
off
nod,
course."
I nod, is there any chance? Well, see, take care of it as best as you can, Captain.
He goes, "I understand, sir, but we may have to land south."
It's a shame. Guess we'll just have to march north and meet up with them as fast as they can, fast as you can.
You just hear Thomas, "Damn shame! Damn shame!
Shut up, Thomas.
Don't
feel like
talk to me
Blade
like
comes
that,
in late.
Doran. You're my second in command."
I feel like Blade comes in
I
late
will
with
flip
his
the
wet
bird.
hair.
What'd you say,
Just gonna
Blade?
come in. I think I'm just gonna come in late with wet hair because I was woken up by Thomas.
Oh, yeah, because
Yeah.
if you
Fuck the
didn't get up, he would have
water.
grabbed whatever nearby container that had liquid in it, which normally would have been like a bucket full of piss,
Piss.
and dumped it on you.
Yeah, so he's not a happy camper
He
now.
goes, "Hey, there he is, the red-faced piss boy. What are you doing?"
Yeah,
Doesn't say anything, just gives him the middle finger and walks over to the group.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
rude.
Buddy, you
Do I-
don't smell so good.
the urine in his hair.
It's urine. He's
You
fancy.
shake water, just move it all off of his hair, and then just toss it overboard.
Oh, shit. I forget you boys have that fancy-ass parlor tricks.
Y'all didn't
Thank
sleep
you,
well
Piss
either?
Wizard.
Piss wizard. I am better than Aang. I am the Pissatar. Pee-pee, poo-poo, and semen. These were the things that had a united nation. And then
Came the
AIDS
loop.
attacked.
Oh
Okay.
God.
Something like that. I don't know. Robot
Jesus
chicken.
Christ.
About
Robot
right.
chicken, get on it. Make me an
Yeah,
episode.
Right, for real.
How far away are we from the shore?
At this point, you can see it. So you guys can hear distant battlings, the cracks and whips of gunfire and small explosions. And you can see ships that have run aground. And, you're probably about 30, 35 minutes from being on shore. And you can see that there's heavy fighting on the beaches, and you can see smoke rising up.
Okay.
I start warming up. Start jumping a bit.
Azabar is gonna say, "Wait a minute, they have guns too?
Yeah.
I thought that we were the ones with those."
And I'm there holding my rifle. Like, nah, there's not.
I vote to let the orc go first.
Hell yeah.
I'll be right behind you, bro.
I am literally
Oh.
right behind him. He's just standing on one of the plates he assembled onto the orc.
I stay really behind because that's my forte.
Just think
Far, far back.
Blade's like, I'll meet you on the beach. Don't worry, I'll be there.
I just also ask. Also, I'm wondering, do they have like say mines underneath the water to The hut.
No, we're not at that point yet. Yeah, there's no mines or anything yet.
On
No,
any
get on it.
Yeah, you guys don't even have metal ships or submarines yet. He's still using wooden ships.
Yet.
Yeah,
I,
like
I,
huh?
I'll go to Thomas and ask him if he has done any kind of recon in the area. I don't know if there are many. Okay. Okay.
What?
Yeah, I'm just like rolling my eyes to the sky or something like that.
They go,
Okay.
yeah, they're right there, and he's just pointing towards the beach.
Blade lets out
That's
a,
more than enough.
Blade lets out
That
a
was a
small
funny
laugh.
He's like, your best bet is like maybe there's a magic user in the first wave, and he might send a message to somebody, but that's the only thing. But to be honest, I doubt there's a magic user in the first wave unless he's freelance. You know, for someone to be, for someone to be a high enough caster to have sending and stuff, yeah, they're not going to be in the first wave. That's an expensive individual. So,
Okay.
yeah, there's no communications. We're literally just going to land, and if we
Hail
don't make
Mary.
we're just going to be fucking learning as we go. The
Okay.
best kind of
Perfect.
combat.
Indeed.
That's the way I like it. Fighting on our toes.
Yep. Just don't worry, man. I'm sure they're not as well equipped as them prison burrow boys, so it's not going to be like that forest all over again. It'll be like a wetter, shittier, sandy version of the forest.
Okay.
Yeah,
Training.
yeah, it'd be great. Yeah, trains, something. Uh, so yeah, you guys basically are going as you're getting closer. It's like there's definitely like machine guns that are set up. They're wailing on some positions. You can see that they have like cannons, and there's at least one artillery piece somewhere in the town, because every once in a while you'll hear a loud thump that's obviously a massive gun, and then you will see like a shell impact into the ocean with a large detonation, and you do see it once hit a ship and it just explodes and tears the ship apart. And this ship that was torn apart, it was probably easily twice as big as your guys' ship. And so you just keep trucking along and thank God that they only have one of those things.
I want off Mr. Bones' wild ride.
Fuck.
Yep.
I want to fight the dude that has using that one.
Oh,
Jesus.
as you're getting closer, it begins to be the point where like Thomas is having to shout to get his orders across, and he goes, Andreas, I need your captain to just ram this ship into the beachhead. Your crew can stay behind if they want, but to be honest, their best bet's to push with us.
Okay.
I just look at the captain and just give him a nod,
Captain's
knowing
like-
that I can't go back. I can't resist those orders.
goes, understood, sir. I'll leave 5 men to hold the ship. We'll push with you. I'm with your family.
Nod as well, and I just sigh. He says, "Would you like me to go ahead and give a little scout?"
What? How are you going to scout?
We haven't hit the
Let's
beach
say
yet.
what?
Yeah, you haven't hit the beach yet. How are you going to scout ahead?
Yeah, we're not on the actual land yet.
I just like to out of character. I just like to remind everyone that I do have a swim speed of 30, and I can't breathe underwater.
Yeah, but you can't outswim your ship.
Yeah, it's a goddamn ship, bro.
Big boat. Because you'd be left behind. But that would help if you ever fucking fell overboard. That's for damn sure. Or if you have to cross said river. But yeah,
Or-
as you guys, huh?
Yeah, or sneak through an aqueduct.
That is true too.
Yeah.
So as you guys are basically, riding this out, you're a few minutes away. You're beginning to cross, near the coast. There are what you can see like along that cliff face to the south. There are some people who are sitting there like putting rifle rounds towards your ship and a few other ships. It's not anything too crazy. Thomas just kind of advises people. He's like, keep your heads down, just stay low. He looks at you, Dorian, and he's like, don't engage them back because you can't guarantee your shot, and you're just gonna waste ammo. He goes, but I mean, if you're confident enough to think you can 100% hit them, then fine, but don't waste the ammo otherwise. And
Okay.
you guys keep moving along. At this point, I need everybody to go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Coach.
Let's go.
Let's
Fuck.
go.
Roll with advantage,
Four.
yes.
I ain't seen shit. Let's go.
Yes.
On the really on the why is really
Wait, I gotta still roll. Wait, what are we rolling? Perception?
why
Yeah, perception.
off to a great fucking start.
15,
What did I roll?
By the way,
Oh,
11,
Can't-
4, 10, 6, 17,
so I rolled a 17.
15.
wait, I will say to fix
This-
that,
this
you can go to
water is
your
wet.
How do I fix it?
Fix what?
no.
What are you talking about?
For future rolls, go to the gear that's next to spells.
Okay. Wait.
I got you, fam. Don't worry.
Yeah, and then when you look over there and it says roll queries, it just click on it and select advantage toggle. So that way you can toggle whether you want to roll at advantage, normal, or at disadvantage.
So what should I do?
I already fixed it for you.
Click on the
You're always
Oh,
going to
okay.
roll on normal, but if you have advantage,
Yeah.
click advantage. If you have disadvantage, you
9.
click disadvantage. Otherwise, if I see two rolls, I'm always going to go by the one that's on the left. So, yeah, so we got a 4, a 10, a 6, which I think is funny is that homie with a 1 still rolled better than the monk.
Hey,
17, 15, 9.
How did
I'm
I roll
really
a
Not a very
enraptured.
perceptive
Really
monk.
enraptured.
So,
Very enraptured with the air.
So as you guys are your ship's going by, Azabar and Blade,
Warming up.
you guys somehow notice between digging in belly buttons and vomiting that there's an individual on the hillside there that is making fire in his hands.
Let's go. Okay, go time.
Who
I don't
notices
see
this
him,
though?
right?
No, those two are the only ones that see him. And Azabar just called out something about a fireball.
The guy has fireballs.
Blade
Can
goes,
I?
there's someone on, on a hill.
Can I like lean over the
I get-
ship
All right,
and
all
see
right.
how
I'm gonna
far
point.
away he is?
So
I'm
you
gonna point
well
with,
so
Doctor wants his face and point him to where it is, so he knows where it is too.
So you guys can you wouldn't have to lean over the ship like so you guys if you look at the map you guys are coming at the coast like this. So like alongside this cliff face. You know what I'm
So
saying?
dude's like right here, kind of.
I still want to lean.
I
against the
don't see
ship.
what you're pointing at if
it
you're pointing
means
at something.
I think it means the guy's like right.
Yeah, the guy and the rifleman and stuff are along this cliff face and there's a dude he's far away and up to be about 160 feet. So he's like 120 feet away and then 40 feet up. So he's 160 feet away. And you see, after Azabar and Blade call that out, you all would kind of like look and then look up there. You see like scattered riflemen that were shooting at you and stuff. And then now you see this guy who's literally, at this point, when Azabar saw him, the fireball was about the size of the guy's head. Now it's about the size of like a barrel, like probably 2 or 3 feet wide, and it's still going.
Do I see
I yell
do
at
I
the
see him
captain
right
to
now?
make-
Yes, you do.
I yell at the
Can I shot? Is he within the rank of the rifle? Can I shot at him?
He's 160 feet away, so yes, he is within the range
Yeah.
of the rifle.
I've got
So
a crazy idea.
well,
So do I.
let's hear the idea. Let's hear the idea.
I gotta hear this.
All right. So how far off is this guy?
160 feet.
How far can the half orc throw me?
Not
That was the
160
idea.
feet.
No. Can he throw me 100 feet?
He can't throw you that far. He can throw you maybe
Darn,
like
okay.
20.
20 feet.
Yeah. He's not an object. You realize the gnome weighs more than any object you can throw, right?
How much does the gnome weigh, huh?
I don't know. I am small.
How much does he weigh?
Yeah,
He
you're
couldn't weigh-
Well,
small, but you
you
also
should've
have
chosen
all that
what you
equipment
weigh.
and stuff. You're not
also a
lighter than a
fat
hand
boy.
grenade. That's facts. So like he's only going to be able to throw you like 20 feet, and that's me being gracious.
So you said he's like on top of a cliff face, so it's like it's not like shore, it's like rough terrain.
Yeah, it's
Damn, why
literally
didn't
120 feet forward and then 40 feet in the air.
Okay.
That's where
On
he
the
is.
beach,
He's on
yeah.
the cliff.
Damn, why does it have to be 160? If he was 120, Eldritch Blast, game over. We're done.
No,
Wow.
no, we
I
beached
I
you.
will also shot at him with the rifle.
Yeah, he's shooting, so
All right, go ahead and roll a shot. Yeah, I mean, I think the rifles are the best bet. I mean, the gnome could shoot. He's got disadvantage, but fuck it.
I
Are
could
we beached?
throw him up into the air like 40 feet, and then he could shoot.
That he would
Obviously,
still
yeah,
have
we beat.
disadvantage. he has disadvantage
Roll
because
me
of the
the other
size of the
balls
rifle.
out.
Is
Wow.
is it with
20 hits?
disadvantage?
Yeah, 20 would definitely hit,
Wait
man.
to throw him till we get on
Okay.
the beach.
So do I roll damage or?
Yeah, you definitely roll damage. You hit him.
Yeah, you
Right.
click on.
Did the gnome want to try to shoot as well, or no?
I was thinking about a bunch of crazy stuff like casting expeditious retreats. Although you don't have to retreat.
Well, I mean, but like, what's that going to do for you?
Get me closer.
How?
Do you need
Because you can dash as a bonus action.
You're on a boat.
I know.
How
Do
are
you
you
Talking about
gonna?
when we beach.
Yeah, but
Just move the chopper to your feet.
what are you
it's fine.
doing? Do you want to do something now? Because you
Yes,
guys aren't
I will
landing
shoot.
yet. You're
I
in a
will shoot
boat.
with disadvantage.
Okay. I was like, you're like, I'll
Otherwise-
dash, and I'm like, how?
When-
Fucking
when
gnome
you-
runs across the water.
He just starts throwing like, dude. All right, I got it. He literally starts throwing floating platforms on the water. And
No,
fucking
no. Imagine the orc skipping
That'd be
that fucking
great.
Yeah,
gnome
so
like
he-
a stone.
Oh my god! Yeah, you got a 1.
Oh.
So yeah, your gun jams. So
Jesus.
you'll have to you waste that one shot, and then you'll have to spend a full action to unjam the weapon, which you'll have that done by the time you
Do I
hit
need
the
a
beach.
swimming speed? Do I need a swimming speed to just to like swim in this water, or is it like?
If you don't have a swimming speed, it means that you're going to move at half speed, so you'll be at 15 if your movement's 30,
And 120 feet away,
and then 40 feet up.
40 feet up, and like so climbing speed, right? Is that
You would also need that, otherwise it's going to be half.
Is it, yeah, half. I was just like making sure. Okay, intriguing. Very intriguing.
So it'd take you about
Very
6
tempted.
turns. We'd probably be already on the beach and
Yeah, I'm
storming
very
up the
tempted
thing.
Yeah.
to just.
But I
chop,
mean,
but
Nomi boy missed his shot. I'm about to fucking huck fireball. Let's fucking go.
I want to jump right at him, or
Did I
jump,
miss my
try to start
shot?
swimming towards him.
Yeah, you rolled a 1.
I don't think I rolled.
Oh, well then what are the 2 sleight of hand rolls?
That was me trying to get in my sheet.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's-
was it?
Oh.
it's
Yeah, I
a-
think those were
touching
accidents.
thing.
Yeah, I couldn't even add the handbow or the longbow because, yeah, it's pretty sucky tonight.
Okay, so you need to add the longbow still?
I do. It's
Okay,
just gonna
hold on.
take a hot minute or so because I tried to drag and drop. It didn't work.
Okay, it's on there now. And then you'll hit disadvantage, and then you just click the longbow now, because you have disadvantage on.
I can't see the roll. What I get?
9 and 18, so the 9 is the lowest, so yeah, you still whiff.
Okay.
But that was still better than a 1. So
Yes, it was.
So it doesn't.
you didn't jam. That's good. So you just waste that 1 round. Yeah, he's still alive, so I'm fucking. Yeah.
I would like
Give me some dex saving throws, boys.
Shit.
Oh my fucking god.
I was gonna jump off the boat, but yeah,
Well, that's that's what you're.
He did say he wanted to jump off the boat.
That's what his dex saving throw is going to be.
yeah, I got you.
I did want to jump. and get thrown, but no.
I mean, he could have thrown you, but you would have just landed in the water. When still,
within the
like, you
boat.
still would have had the same chance to shoot, to be honest.
I got a 7.
Yes!
Wonderful.
Wait, so I got a question.
16.
I got a question. Are
Yes.
these so the saving throw? I can't click on acrobatics, right?
No,
Oh.
it's your dex saving throw. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so what we
Oh,
got?
big shocker.
Oh
The
God.
dwarf and the orc can't
Jesus.
move quickly.
Oh fuck.
So Andreas, is that you at the top? 18.
No,
That's
that's
Yep. Yep, that's me,
Yeah.
Dorian.
Oh, okay, Dorian. Okay, so Dorian,
Both of us, yeah.
are you just wanting to juke or are you wanting to get overboard?
I wanna juke. I wanna juke.
So you want to stay aboard the ship?
Yep.
All right. You take 6 damage.
Okay.
Val, are you going overboard or are you staying on the ship?
Yeah, Vo was gonna running start once he saw me with the fireball, jump off the boat, and then deck save. So
All
he's
right.
off the boat.
And then Blade and Andreas, are you guys going overboard or are you staying on the ship?
I'm off the boat. I'm gone.
I'm on the boat trying to tell the captain to take evasive action.
All right, Andreas, you take 1. And then I think what Dr. Taco and Azabar, boys, friends to the end. You guys take 9.
Oh fuck.
Wait, we take 9?
Yeah, you take 9. How many do you?
Okay. I have 10.
Yeah, that's a big boo boo. Yeah. So yeah, Azabar and Taco, like you like at that point, you guys literally like you see the fireball, but kind of just between the massive bodies and stuff on the ship, you guys are like either bump into people or trip or whatever, and basically get caught in the initial explosion. Everybody who
Jesus Christ.
didn't initially jump overboard took some damage from the splash, but the fireball actually like did a sizable chunk into the deck, and you see parts of the deck actually collapse into itself, and you see the main mast is actually beginning to list. At this point, the captain points out, he's like, "We're gonna be losing this vessel." He goes, "We don't have many options. We can either ram into the left side of the cliff and run aground and try to get off there, which would mean clambering over rocks. Otherwise, we're going to be underwater before we hit the beach."
I'm gonna try to use shape water to use any water that's on the boat to like put out the flames.
Okay, yeah, you savagely just start to do that. You're trying to kind of like bring the water in from below deck, but I mean, at this point, like you're talking about, like this just fireball basically went through the deck and then just kept going for a minute. So there's fires that are burning below deck and stuff, but you're trying your best. You're buying some extra time, that's for sure.
So I'll tell the captain,
what-
gather all your things and prepare men to prepare any boats that we have to any lifeboats that we have to 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 head for shore. I'll try to stall this.
There's like
Yeah,
a
so I say-
dinghy or two. You
Yeah,
can
so-
set them free, but to be honest, like with the fire and how it's going, you're not going to be able to like use the ropes and stuff to lower them down. You could cut them free and they'll be in the water, and then whoever the fuck gets on them gets on them, I guess. That's pretty much your
to do
best
that.
bet.
Do that, but also tell them you and the crew gather your any possessions that y'all don't want to go under, and head and free those boats and get and hope and dive in the water and hope get on them.
Because all right, yeah, most of the people on the deck are already like jumping over and stuff like that. There's probably 30 people that were caught up in that fireball, so you can see some people are like burnt. There's still people who are on fire who are trying to jump into the ocean.
I'm using the water shape water to help put it out as well.
You're trying your best, but it's like, the fireball basically is making like a raging inferno in the center of the ship. So you're trying to pull water from the bottom to calm that first. So there's only so much you can do. As far as these people who are on
So,
fire on the deck, they need to just jump into the
everyone
ocean.
well, I'm just going for time and trying to put out as much people as I can, as physically possible for while everyone's getting off.
Oh yeah.
And I'll tell the captain I'll run the ship aground on the rocks.
Hey, DM, is that mast gonna fall and like damage the ship anymore?
Yeah, probably in the next like 10 seconds, it's gonna careen and probably finish splitting the ship in half.
Is
So
there anything I can do to help it?
no, because
Time.
you guys aren't going to be able to get enough water to put the blaze out.
No, not the blaze. I mean the mast.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The fire
Oh.
from the fireball is in the center of the ship, so it's weakening the planks so much that the
Oh, I
weight
gotcha.
of the
Okay.
mast is going to collapse. Yeah, so
Gotcha.
Yeah.
he's doing his best to keep water flowing from the bottom to kind of like help with most of the fire. But it's still burning at a crazy rate. So
I know. I'm just stalling. That's all I'm doing.
yeah, the
Trying to
captain
get-
literally just flips the wheel for the boat and just starts spinning it into a course towards the rocks. You guys have about maybe 20 seconds. Everybody who jumped off the ship, you guys are like the ship's already past you. So you basically just need to start swimming. You can swim immediately about 100 feet to the
Straight towards
rocks.
the dude.
Yeah, well,
dude.
the dude is actually further back because you guys moved about probably 60 or so feet from him by the time he hit you.
All right.
So you can go about 100 feet to your left to the rock outcropping and then move along that to the boat. Or you can try to just swim the 300 feet straight to the shore. Because I think it was Blade
Yeah, it's
and Val
like-
that jumped over.
Yeah, Blade and me and Blade are overboard.
I'll head
I
towards
guess
shore.
yeah, I was about to say yeah, sure too.
All
I'm
right.
just
I'll be
action
fine being
too,
the last
dash.
person on the ship, even if it's going down. Like I said, I can breathe underwater. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I was like, damn, why does he want to go down to the ship? And he's like, I can breathe water. I was like, oh, so he doesn't go down with the ship.
But yeah, you guys have about 20 seconds. So as far as like Azabar, Taco, and Dorian, are you guys just gonna stay on the ship and when it runs aground,
Yes.
start leaving from there?
Can I like take advantage of this situation and take another shot and then jump off the boat?
You totally can. You could totally take another shot if you want. Did the gnome want to take another shot too?
Yes.
You know what? Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
It's like, might as well.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's not. Yep, gonna need a bit more than a 10. Let's see if the oh, there it is.
Suck it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Roll your damage, Nomi.
Doink.
21. Suck it.
Worst problem is his damage is gonna be like 1.
So tap on the. you
He
gotta
doesn't
tap on
need
the-
much
Yeah,
to
I
kill
know,
the
I
guy,
flew
but
back
he
into the
does
ship.
need something.
Oh, I have a guaranteed 4 damage, so I'm not too worried. Wait, you said rifle is a D10?
Yeah, the longbow should be a D10.
A longbow is a D8.
Oh, is it? Oh, a D10.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, hold on. I'll fix it for you.
All right, thank you.
I'm a dummy man. Sorry about that. Yeah.
No, you're fine.
Okay, there you go. So that's fixed.
Thank you. Now let's mess this wizard up.
And then just click the rifle for the damage right there.
Yeah, I did. The damage is 12.
No. If you
Oh
actually
no,
tap
that
on-
no you have to click on the rifle
okay.
name where your roll is. That just rolled another attack.
Oh, okay.
So like just below the
Let's
13
see.
and 12, the name rifle, it should highlight red if you click on it,
Yeah,
and
like in
that'll
the
roll
chat.
damage. Yeah, in the chat.
Yeah, I just push this.
No. You gotta actually tap on rifle. You see the
Oh,
Like in the
yeah,
chat.
okay.
Yeah,
It's
that's
rifle
just yeah.
button.
On your sheet, it'll roll the attack, but when you go into the chat log and click on it on there, it'll roll the damage.
So I just click that.
There you go. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Nice.
damn, 9. Yeah. So yeah, that
Oh,
that
God.
got so. Yeah, Dorian, you're sitting there. I mean, you're hurt. You know, you got a little bit hurt from the fireball. The waves are crashing. There's a lot of shit going on. So you try to line up a shot. It whizzes by this guy. You see him like reactively like shift his head, and he begins forming another fireball. And then you just see the gnome like half pull himself up, still burning because he's got a small fire on his back, and he just leans this rifle against the railing and then just pulls the trigger and then lays there for a second, and you just see the wizard like jerk, and then you see him careen over the cliff face and smash into the water.
Nice.
What
Very
a badass.
Using water,
Screw
using shape
Damn,
water,
Taco.
using shape water, just roll it over the gnome.
Kudos
Goes,
for Taco.
Just like to throw some water on the gnome. Yeah, at that point, you guys run aground. Are you guys staying on the ship when it hits the rocks, or are you jumping over, Dorian?
I am.
I am jumping over.
Okay, so
I
Dorian's
tell you
jumping
that-
over. Who else was?
I told those two to jump over. I'll
All
be
right,
fine.
so Eric, did you want me to throw Dr. Taco like past the rock so he didn't have
I
to?
am at 1 HP.
You throw him past the rocks,
Right.
he's gonna hit a cliff or rocks, and that's gonna kill
Well,
him.
Actually, before we go,
Hey, come here! Woo!
hey, DM,
All right, so
before
from
that
now
happens, I'm
on,
going to spend a spell slot and cast Cure Wounds on the gnome.
Oh, okay.
sweet, okay.
You hit 10 hit points.
Nice.
I
Ooh.
regain how many? 9?
9?
Ha, that's all of them.
Me, I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, I'm just.
So you
this guy's
do
got the
that.
spells.
You have to stop manipulating the water for a second. So that does let
Fine,
the
that's fine.
fire
I'm about to
expand a bit
my
more.
quarters and gather stuff I can't.
Oh, I
I'm about to
got
my
you.
quarters, gather my navigator's tools and all that sort of stuff, and just prepare to head off. Just gathering my things first.
Okay. So the gnome got healed. Azabar, what are you doing? Are you taking the gnome and jumping over, or are you riding this boat till it crashes?
I'm gonna grab the gnome and jump over.
All right. So you guys go in the water. Everybody else is off. There's a few people who are still alive, but they're too wounded to get overboard. They're kind of done for. But Andreas, as you come out of your quarters, that's when the ship is running aground. So I'm gonna need you to strength saving throw for you.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Maybe he will go down with the ship.
So you do
Oh.
you do take 9 damage as you basically it runs aground, and like you see like from your quarters you can see past the mast, you can see over the burning like fucking husk that's in the center, and you can see these rocks, and you see the ship smash, and chunks of the ship go flying, and the ship starts to get warped and destroyed, and you just go flying forward, and you go flying through where the fireball had hit, getting burned. Some of your maps catch a flame, and you end up rolling through parts of the deck and then getting hit with debris as you find yourself waking up basically in the water.
I'm unconscious.
How
You're
much health do you
unconscious. How many wounds did you
He's
take?
unconscious.
Yeah, I lost 1 point and then 9 points to that. I had 10
How
HP
far
total.
away?
So you're
how
at
far
0
away
right
are
now.
we
So
from
yeah,
him?
what's that?
How far away are we from him? and
It depends on who it is. If it's
Well, I mean, if
Val and Blade are heading towards the coastline, so they're
I mean,
nowhere
if
near
he's-
you
If
guys.
he can,
Yeah,
if he can
Vo
breathe
and Blade are not.
underwater, if he
But-
can breathe underwater.
Yeah,
He's
he's
like-
breathing
He's
underwater.
there.
The thing is that somebody's got to go
Until he
get
wakes
to him,
up.
or he's going to be down
Yeah.
there.
Mini orc.
That's what I mean.
Meaning,
I'm
oh,
asking
we
just
just
how far
jumped
away
off.
are we?
Yeah, do I see this? Like, because Vo's in the water. Does he see this at
No,
all?
Vo and Blade, you guys fell off way too early and started swimming way too later. So you guys are probably at this point a couple hundred feet from them and almost about 120 feet from the shore. But
How close
yeah,
is
that's fine.
the gnome and the orc?
yeah, I need Eric and I need Ren to roll me perception checks, and then Dorian can also roll one because he was about at the same spot.
Okay, perception, right?
Yes,
Are
and
you rolling
Andreas, you can roll a
disadvantage?
perception as well because I'll give you one for your captain.
Oh wait, I'm still at disadvantage. Hang on. That's
Well, you
a-
just go off the one on the
Just
left.
stick with the 16.
Yeah,
The
if
16.
you're if you accidentally roll disadvantage or advantage, I'm always going to use the one on the left.
Okay. Let me switch it up right now.
Where the hell is Thomas?
Oh, dude dipped. Like the second he saw the fucking fireball coming, he jumped overboard.
Oh, bitch.
I'm not fucking
That
playing.
hoe.
I did the same thing that fucking half of y'all did. I'm not fucking
Hey,
playing that shit.
I was gonna go to the spellcaster, but I forgot we have someone with like a million range. So
Yeah, Eldritch Blast.
I mean, I could have shot at the guy, but fuck that. He had a fireball.
He said you don't
Anyway,
understand.
I was gonna run up and punch him. I mean, I
What
don't
did
know
you
what
want me
that's
to
gonna
do?
do.
I was saying you can roll a perception check as well for your captain, so you can just use
said-
yours.
He said you don't understand. I have a gun. This guy's a ball of
Whoa.
fire.
Yep. So Dr. Taco does. Well, wait, Oh, you rolled an intelligence by accident, and then you rolled perception.
Yeah.
I got you. So
Lucky.
Dorian sees you. Dorian saw the whole thing. The whole like you comically like launching across the fucking ship, careening through like 3 floors. And
How is it that he saw him and we were the ones that were right next to them?
well, Dorian did the same exact thing. He jumped at the same time. So he's
Oh,
like
okay.
on the other side.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you guys are blind. So yeah, Dorian, you saw Andreas take a pretty hard hit. You're not, and you wait for maybe like a few seconds, and you don't see him coming out of the wreckage.
Fuck. Well, I mean, I don't have any ties with him. No, no.
I feel like it's the group to watch him go through the ship, like watches him go through the ship and just be like, ha.
With an attitude, I will look for him.
All right, yeah, you swim down there. You find him. So he's pretty much just kind of like floating or whatever fucking water inside do underwater.
I can I pull him to the surface outside the boat?
Yes, you can.
Still
Yeah.
unconscious.
So I'll do that.
Yeah, you're unconscious, but he doesn't have to like do CPR or anything because you can breathe. So that's good.
Can I slap him
well-
to revive him?
No, you'll have to.
Accidentally killed him.
well, you'd have to do. I don't think any of you have medical kits, so I think you'd have to do some sort of like whoever has some kind of healing would have to revive him like
Revive
that.
him.
Well,
He was the
does he
one with the
say anything?
healing.
Does he say
while
anything
he's
to let us
cold,
know?
Well, you can go ahead and start doing your death saving throws because he can revive from that.
Okay, that's one. Say,
It's one success.
and that's for each round.
Yeah, that's for each round. It would probably you can do one more roll because it would take him probably at least 2 rounds to get you free and then get you up there.
2 successes.
Nice.
So he only needs one more and he'll get up with how many hit points? Like
20
one?
points.
Oh,
With
0. It's 0. But you're stable.
Oh, it's
Natural
0.
20.
Oh, I thought it was
Natural
at least
1.
one. Jesus,
That's like
when you roll a
natural
nat
20.
20. You wake up in 1d4 hours.
I got you.
Yeah, but I'll still be.
No,
Yeah.
if it's nat 20, I think you immediately wake up with 1.
Yeah, with a nat 20, you immediately wake up with 3 saves. You roll 1d4 and you wake up in 1d4 hours with 1 HP.
Gotcha.
All
All right. So yeah, as you can go ahead and make shoot. By the time he pulls you onto the rocks and you and Eric and Ren meet up with Dorian, you would be able to roll probably 3 more times.
Nice.
I'm up.
There you go. So
Stable.
you are stable. So Dorian, as you get him up there, you check him. He doesn't seem to be spurting any water out, and he seems to be breathing fine, but he's definitely unconscious. Go ahead and roll a D for me, Andreas. Unless somebody heals you, you're going to be unconscious for that amount of time.
Do I see this at all?
Yeah, you guys are climbing across the rocks and see Dorian pulling him to shore now. Like-
One.
So he's going to be down for about an hour until someone heals him.
So, do I see any hostiles in the vicinity?
No, currently, you saw for a minute that a couple of riflemen were trying to peek over the ledge and shoot at the survivors, but you saw a lot of the crew started to shoot back up, and then they haven't peeked since.
Okay.
But a lot of the crew, those that survived, are already pushing down along the rocks and are moving towards the shore. So far, you do see that Azabar and Taco are clambering on the rocks and are coming towards you. And
Okay.
as far as Blade and Valga or Vo, you really can't, like, the amount of people who are swimming towards shore now because of all the ships that have been destroyed or beached
Yeah,
or
it's
whatever.
impossible.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to tell who they are. I mean, even you, Blade and Vu, you guys would be running into like large groups of people swimming and stuff like that, and you guys would be actually being shot at now. Like there would be bullets kind of whizzing past you and stuff like that. And every once in a while, you would hear that thunder of that big ass gun, and then a shell would go off nearby, and you would just see a plume of water shoot into the air, and you would see it tinted red in some spots, and then you would hear screaming, and then just what you think was rain is actually just blood and ocean water and stuff from the shell hitting like 50 people.
Oh.
Just a
And
typical
how far
day.
off is that?
What's that?
How far off is that? Motor?
They're probably about 200 feet from you guys. Because Blade and Vu just swam straight to the coast. They swam towards the beach. You guys are along the rocks, so you've got about 300 feet of rocks to just kind of clamber across, and you'll be on the coastline.
Right. And there's people shooting at us on the beachfront, correct?
There's people on the beach shooting at everyone who's trying to come ashore. As for you guys on the rocks, you saw a couple riflemen peek and shoot at you guys earlier, but the crew that survived shot back at them, and those guys haven't peeked over the cliff face yet. So right now, you guys aren't taking any fire.
Oh, right. As a bar, you want to go ahead and pick a target?
Pick a target where exactly?
I mean, we got the beachfront, we got the big old motor, we got more beachfront.
Right. I mean, we might as well head towards the coast and meet up with everybody.
I kind of want to go for the motor.
We could do that. I am low.
Yeah,
though.
let's do it.
I'm gonna need some magic.
That's true. Yeah. I didn't get a chance to add my spells because I have no idea how to do that.
Okay. What spells were you trying to get?
Let me pull up my little list here because I know I made it. I was trying to get for cantrips. I can just do it after if you want me to, so I'm not interrupting the game. But yeah.
Well, no, I mean it's 7 minutes from 12, so I mean we're gonna be stopping here pretty
Yeah, we're
much.
probably gonna-
Okay.
Yeah, because we're not gonna be
I
able
was like, I gotta
to.
work tomorrow.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to finish a fight in 7 minutes. Yeah, my goal is
it's gonna
normally
go really well.
yeah the latest I want to be is probably 12 normally, and then sometimes if we're about to start a fight and it's like 11 o'clock, I might call it a little early because I definitely don't like to break fights into chunks and stuff because it is a whole week before we come back, so I like to avoid that if I
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and also I'm gonna be unconscious, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
I mean,
Motherfucker's
hopefully
about to be
somebody can
unconscious for a
freaking
freaking week.
somebody can heal you. But I mean, an
I think
hour,
artificers might have cure wounds.
in an
He has cure
hour.
wounds. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, there it is.
I was gonna burn 2 spell slots on 2 people.
Yeah, so you'll be able to yeah, we'll get your spell squared away because then you'll be able to heal Andreas and your orc friend.
Yep.
What so
Yeah.
what were you gonna add? You said cure wounds.
Well, I'm gonna do cantrips first, just to get those out of the way. First up, Mage Hand, Magic Stone, and racial is Minor Illusion, surprisingly.
Mage
so you're not gonna grab
hand.
Mending?
Mage
Mending's pretty good
hand.
for a non-fighter.
What else?
What'd you say?
You said mage hand, and then what else?
Minor Illusion is racial.
Minor illusion. Okay, what else?
Just so I have them, catapult. It's always fun.
Catapult.
Catapult on an artificer.
Yep. So catapult, cure wound.
I don't see catapult in here.
Really? Huh. Okay.
Hold on, let me see.
Perfect.
Yeah, let me see if it's in 5e tools.
It's probably in Xanathar's guide, which they
He
probably
had it on
here.
I could have
Yeah,
sworn
it's
that
probably
he had it
Xanathar's.
on D&D Beyond.
Well, if D&D Beyond has like a bunch of like added stuff, because like we're just going by the core and the supplements, which is why I've suggested 5e tool because you can filter it to only show core and supplements.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
if
you
it's
can-
some
you can
kind of
filter D&D Beyond.
expansion or something, I don't have it.
Okay.
Yeah, because
What's
the cantrip shaped water, the one I got, it's from Xanathar's guide. But I know a way I can just I just copy and paste the spell on there and just put it in the spell list. So that way it just makes it work. If it's not
Yeah,
hold
PH,
on, let me see. What I just need to figure it.
PHB.
No, because the Xanathar's guide's included in here, and I still don't see catapult, so it's
On
not from
on roll
should
on
Xanathar's
be
roll
able
guide.
to like
20.
make it, right? Custom put it in there.
Yeah, but I need to know what it's from. Because if it's a UA or if it's like homebrew stuff, I don't want to use it. But if it's
It's an actual
it's not
spell.
from Xanathar's guide because it would be in here.
It's from yeah, it is from Xanathar's guide.
Why is it not showing up? Hold on.
It's
It is weird.
EE
It's first
page
level.
150.
Do.
How strange.
Because I see Shape of Water.
That's the movie.
With the one guy.
Ah, God.
Saying catapult, right? With a C?
Yep.
Yeah, I found it pretty easily. And
Wait, are we done for the night?
it's
Yeah, we're gonna be stopping here. Just getting
I
his
got
spell squared away.
I got work tomorrow, so I will see you all next Friday. Thank you for a fun time.
Yep. See ya.
Yeah.
See ya, man.
If somebody has a link for that catapult spell, just give it to me and let me see it. I don't know why it's not on here then. If
I
it's
got a
in
website.
Xanatar.
I got a website I go to for 5e stuff. Let me link that to you.